our imagination.
Eterna, do you believe in the heart of cards?
What?
The heart of the cards.
No. What do I say? Have that collaboration in the internet.
Now we will pressure the fights.
The second team to be able to take down.
Kita memulai match pembuka kita pada hari ini. Aku pengen dengar dulu semangatnya di sini. Di MPL Arena. Mana suaranya? Wow, semangat sudah terdengar. Dan untuk super fans yang ada di rumah, jangan lupa langsung saja ramaikan kolom live chat. Berikan dukungan kalian kepada kedua tim yang akan bertanding. Ada Alter Ego dan juga tim Navi. Kalau begitu tanpa menunggu lebih lama lagi, langsung saja kita panaskan stage kita pada hari ini. So casters, silakan.
Thank you so much, Sabila. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the English broadcast of MPL ID Season 17. Back with me, Eterna, alongside with Connie, as well as Sheffin. Sorry, not used to saying Sheffin on this side. Oh, this is a new pair, so bear with us. How does it feel to be on this side of the desk?
I feel a bit out of place, you know. I think all of the analysts have something in common, and that is they all wear glasses, and I forgot my glasses, so I think I'm gonna do a bad job tonight.
Do you wanna draw one on your face?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, okay, just offering, offering. But how are you feeling? We have 3 matches ahead of us. Our opening match will be Alter Ego versus Navi. And I, got a little bit of a glimpse of the predictions from the casters.
Okay.
It looks pretty split.
Sounds about right. Seeing Alter Ego, their recent performances or recent form, not looking too good, not looking too hot. So, whereas Nav,
Looking for their rhythm, finding their groove, especially after the patch hit. It looks like Alter Ego seem to be experimenting a lot with their strategies, with their drafting. So it will be very interesting to see what they have in store for us today against Navi.
Ooh.
As we take a look at today's standings from yesterday, this is presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. Alter Ego right now are at 6 and Navi are at 7. So technically, this match could also see who will be able to move up into the green zone.
Yeah, I don't think, if you're looking at it, that game win is literally divided by only -1, right? So if Navi wins this one,
2-0.
they're gonna move on towards the green zone instead of Alter Ego, and Alter Ego will drop to the no playoff zone. So it's gonna be interesting to see what will the approach here from both teams. As Connie mentioned earlier, Navi is trending on the way up, meanwhile Alter Ego is still kind of figuring out the rhythm just a little bit, just trying something new. And I think at this time, this is no time to experiment.
Absolutely. We're already in the second leg of MPL ID Season 17, ladies and gentlemen. I think the border was yesterday, I believe. So we've seen Alter Ego and Navi face one another already in leg number 1. It was Alter Ego that won it 2-1. So will this be a revenge play by Navi, considering that their form is a little bit better right now compared to when we saw them before? Or will Alter Ego be able to replicate that success and maybe even find a cleaner win? But of course, match number 2, we have Geek versus Onyx, and our third match of the day is Dewa versus TLID.
It's gonna be. I feel like that today we are going to see a lot of action here. And Dewa TLID, Eterna, you're nervous about that one, I'm sure. As for the second match, I'm not nervous at all.
Okay. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, thank you for the input. Thank you so much, brother.
Is Sheffin nervous, maybe?
No, not really.
For second match?
When you're up against Onyx, you can only hope for, well, actually, on the contrary, you just don't hope for anything, so you don't get let down. That's it.
And that's not bias.
Huh?
That's not bias.
Definitely not biased.
That's fact.
Not biased, for sure.
Considering how amazing Onyx have been looking this season, they've only dropped 1 match, so I don't think that's bias. I think that's legit us stating facts.
That is definitely not bias. But yeah, I mean, again, guys, just watch today's stream, and we can see a lot of dynamics perhaps on the standings, right?
Dynamics on the standings.
Maybe not the second match, but maybe the first and the third. Keep an eye out for that.
Hey, who knows? I mean, casters have been wrong once, twice, 3 times, 4
Yep.
times, especially
Yep,
this
yep.
season. Who knows? Maybe Geek will be the second team to be able to take down Onyx. We never know. We never know. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to announce that from this week and next week, we do have a collaboration, a special collaboration with, of course, very cool and local IPs. We have MPL ID X Ekraf X Tail. So we'll be seeing a lot more stories and unique characters
Yep.
that come from Indonesia. And that's why we're also rocking the local drip.
The batik. The batik
Ooh.
perang.
I don't know if mine's batik or not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, I mean,
but-
on Friday we saw Soleil,
yeah.
the little chick with the big journey, and yesterday we saw
Okay.
Kugaverse. And maybe we'll see more characters like today later on, you know?
When you said chick, I thought you're talking about other chicks, Connie, but
No, Soleil is literally a little,
Yeah,
like a baby chicken.
a little
Yeah, yeah.
chick with a big journey.
I was a
That's
bit
their tag.
worried, but yeah.
That's their
I'm-
tagline.
I'm locked into the screen here. Like,
Okay,
who's,
okay.
locked in?
who's the girl on the right? I'm
like her?
interested to know.
You like her?
Waifu alert, waifu alert.
Is that your type?
Maybe. Who
Wow.
knows?
Is that what happens when you sit here? You just instantly become like a weeb?
Maybe.
Oh, you know what? I kind of feel like that, to be honest.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Man, I love that.
Gotta ask Aldo that.
We will. We will ask Aldo once we see him. But of course, I'm also really excited to see, the player interviews, the player
Yes.
walk-ins as
Yes.
well have been very special. I wonder what Alter Ego and Navi are going to do today.
Huh.
Will they be playing something else? What's a traditional game that you used to play as a kid?
I mean, at this point, Mobile Legends is the traditional
Okay.
game of Indonesia.
Okay, accepted. I agree. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to know what you guys think back at home. What does Navi need to do to win against Alter Ego? This is the audience topic voting by Infinix GT50 Pro. Do you think A, they need to use the blueprint versus Geek? Do you think B, they need to shut down Arfie's movement? Or C, match Alter Ego's early pressure? What do you think, Chef?
I think it's a mix of number A and number C. Shout out
Number
AC
A and C.
and MPLMY. But use the blueprint against Geek. There's a bit of brilliance in Navi's gameplay from the drafts. It's one of the very few times when I see the Falir pick in the mid lane, and I see like, you know what? Why not this cooking something special? You know, when I see the Valir pick on Geek Fam, usually I always crash out. Like, what are we doing? Like they're cooking with too much fire right now, and it's overcooked. But the C option, I forgot the C option. What was it earlier? Oh,
RP.
match the early pressure
Yeah,
of
match
Alter
the-
Ego. I think that's what TLID did, especially in the first game and the third game earlier yesterday, I
Yep.
believe. And they took away some of the heroes that really elevates Alter Ego's gameplay. For example, the Leomore, the Phobios, these kind of heroes that can sustain in the team fight and elevate Alter Ego's gameplay that they've shown in M7.
Yeah. We're going to see if that actually comes through because this is not really specific to our first match of the day, but rather in general. We're looking at the Sky Kings domination right now and wondering who on the standings or who in MPL ID will be able to challenge that. We saw them fall to BTR leg number 1, but here coming into leg number 2, I mean, we have Few, we have Evos, we have Dewa, we have TLID who are also at number 4 on the standings. If there's anyone else aside from BTR that can take Onyx down, who do you think it would be?
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I think so far, I don't see anyone beating Onyx aside from BTR in their prime form. Maybe Evos or Dewa if it's a really, really good day. TLID, no shot. You know, the first game or the first match that they played against Onyx, it was not even close. I believe it was like 12k gold lead or something.
Yeah.
But Dewa, I think there's still a long way to go. They've shown a lot of promises. Can Coach Wright, and especially the rising star in Dolan, I think one of the top three junglers so far in MPL Indonesia, aside from Albert and Kyrie, that can bring a lot of flavor to Dewa's gameplay. But if we're talking about Onyx, they're called Sky Kings for a reason. They reside to the sky. It's always unbeatable. Shut up, but I mean you did shut up, but I don't like how you're
glazing my team, you
The
know?
smirk?
You're glazing my team.
I hate you.
and I
Con.
like it, you know?
Okay. But we do have some quotes from Arashi as well as KB who are not here with us right now. I mean, they're not working. That's
Yeah.
not, that's,
yeah.
you get what I mean, right?
I mean,
Well, Arashi, right? Alter Ego still seems to be an experimental phase, for example, by letting go of crucial heroes like Leomord and Marcel in their match against TLID. They might try a different game plan since other teams will heavily focus on targeting their gold lane. You agree with Arashi?
It seems like the trend for Alter Ego is either RFE dominates the game and they snowball the hell out of it, or they don't do that at all. And that's kind of bad, you know? Usually when you see Alter Ego, Yasuke is the main power in the early game with that Leo mode, with those heroes that can be super, super aggressive.
Yeah.
And that's why Alter Ego has been stumbling a little bit in the season so far. But KB has another, you know, opinion on Na'Vi.
Na'Vi currently appears to be struggling with instability. They have a strong coach and capable players, but their team chemistry still isn't solid. Their in-game coordination hasn't been as strong as expected, which often results in a lack of synchronization in execution.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, especially on Doryu. Yes, there's been a lot of fixes that Doryu made in the match against Geek. You can also say that, oh, it's just Geek, you know? Like, at this point, I can concede that point, even as a Geek fan. Fan. But yeah, Na'Vi, when they're really playing really good, they're really playing really good, especially the draft as well. There's a reason why Not was a world champion, and he's bringing that experience to Na'Vi. And
Definitely.
so far, it's been working pretty well.
The why not effect. Hopefully, it pays dividends today for their next match, because like Papulung mentioned, he might change his name. It's not why not anymore,
What?
but why am I here? That's what his joke was. But it looks like the main five is going to be preparing to enter, and we'll see exactly what game they're going to be playing. All right.
That's the paper airplane.
Andoryu has the paper plane. Is he going to be throwing it over to his friends? Oh, what is this called again? Jack in the Box?
Oh,
Upper
whoa.
bracket!
Hold on a second.
Upper brackets!
I don't know about that.
What else are they doing now? They're playing chips. They're looking for that formula, and let's welcome Na'Vi up on stage.
It's still their main five for this season. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome it's Team Na'Vi.
Natus Vincere here, a new team, but a lot of veterans in their team. Andoryu here coming all the way from Philippines, and also Coach Why Not is bringing that championship DNA to Na'Vi. They are promising, or at least from the looks of it, upper bracket, but let's see if they can actually fulfill that.
Well, if they want to get to upper brackets, they need to win this game, especially against Alter Ego today. Let's take a look at their official team lineup. Wait a second. Another swap. Hijume yesterday, and now we're going to be seeing Cyrus. Alter Ego, they're shaking things up almost every single time that they play. Is this the wisest of choices? Is this the wisest of decisions, considering we're already heading into leg number 2?
Two with the masked theme. And again, their form is shaky. Let's see. With Cyrus deployed today, will they change things up? Let's welcome Alter Ego Esports.
You might say that the 6th place is not the usual standard for Alter Ego, but they've been here before. Even last season, no one counted them to make the playoffs, but somehow they made it all the way to the 2nd best in the world. Alter Ego is here to turn the script and make MPL ID theirs.
Let's see if they can do it. I think we saw a little bit of miscoordination there on the stage, but you know, Captain Nino is always there to kindle things out, you know, iron things out if there are any problems. But of course, let's welcome the coaches as well from both teams. We have Why Not and Jackie on one side, and of course, Zephyr and Styx on the other. Will they continue this trend of experimentation? I mean, we saw Clint yesterday in the gold lane. Jeffin, is Clint supposed to work in this current patch?
In a grand scheme of things, you need some kind of DPS from the marksman, right? From the gold lane. That's why Carry, Claude, the Shreds have been finding a lot of success in this current meta. But Clint offers a different kind of flavor in your game. Winning lane, sustain with the Fighter Emblem also, combined with the Spell Fam, especially if you build the War X also. And I think it could work, especially if you combine it with some heroes that's already been buffed in this patch. Dairoth makes sense to combo it with Clint. We've seen that before in MSC Finals. I believe RQ bring that against RSG, even though they lost that one. But audience topic voting, though, by Infinix GD50 Pro.
39% use the blueprint versus Geek. So It's a little mixture, actually. You
It's a close
mentioned
one.
AC, right? Match Alter Ego's early pressure is 32%.
Yeah, just I think a lot of people are convinced to use what already works. But the question is the blueprint already like does it only work against Geekman? Or against other teams it could work also, because these two teams are kind of different. Alter Ego, they're playing through their micro, they're playing through early game pressure, the fights, the sustains and all that. But Geek Fam, they usually play through macro in late game. They usually lose out a lot of stuff in early game, the objective game, they're willing to let that go. But in late game, that late game shot calling of Bloisky coming through in clutch. But total assist rankings, that's an interesting graphic there.
Alright, total assist rankings after week 5 for gold laners. Eman is number 1 with 145 total assists compared to Shive, 97, and Arfi, 92. What does this tell us?
I think this stat needs a lot of context, you know? Eman may be more of a team player, a lot of clots, a lot of heroes that does not use that Sky Piercer. Meanwhile, Arfi, one of the reasons why the assist number is so low is he is the Sky Piercer guy. He's the Sky Piercing Arfi. He gets the kills, he gets the savages, and that's why he's probably topping the kill chart so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Shive, man, like, if you look at the stat earlier, you might think that, oh, this guy's doing pretty good this season, but holy, it's been a rough season for Shive, but we got a EXP later showdown here.
Yeah, to Nino as well as Kars. So we've talked about the differences of Arfi and of course the differences of Shive, but for you personally, Gani, Nino and Kars, who do you think is the better XP?
You know, if you asked me last season, clear answer. But you ask me now, and you've asked me now, currently. So I gotta say,
I literally did ask you.
I gotta say Nino. I think still Nino. Cars, not saying that Cars is incapable or a bad EXP laner, but you know, the experience, the overall like hero pool execution, I still gotta side with Nino. And let's see though, maybe after today's match, my answer could be changed, you know?
I mean, I agree. I feel like if we're talking or comparing about like impact, we rarely see that kind of impact from Cars lately, especially this season. And I'm wondering why. Is it because they're shifting that prioritization onto the different roles, like maybe to the gold laner or Andoryu in the jungle?
I'm not sure. I think they're going by what the script tells them. And I've asked Coach Aldo before. Apparently, Cars, even though he's horrendous on the tanky heroes, on Esmeralda, on Uranus, we've seen a lot of bad KDAs, but in scrims, apparently he's been amazing with those heroes, man. So we're gonna see if that's gonna work out for Coach Why Not here, as looks like the away team gets the second pick. Navi on the red side, which only boasts a 25% win rate.
Okay. I wonder why. So essentially, Navi are doing really great in scrims,
Yep.
but they're not doing as well up on stage. And
Like RRQ.
exactly like RRQ. So is it a mental thing that maybe might be hindering their performance up on stage?
Yeah, I think that's, and also the in-game decision making, right? Definitely impacts and affects the result. But let's just jump into the drafting phase here for our first game of week 5, day number 3.
Yeah, Broken Walls, presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. Alter Ego on blue side, Navi on red. We have the Phoveus, the Harley, as well as the Chip banned out. And for Navi, they're completely respecting Alter Ego's heroes as well. The Vanny gets taken away from Yasuke, Arfi's Freya, or Nino's Freya also gets eliminated. We're looking at heroes like the Marcel that has been having a huge impact, especially after the changes to the patch last week. Jushin is also an option. What do you think will be prioritized by Alter Ego?
I think it really depends on what they're trying to do, but it looks like the Guinevere will be the answer here. Now for Alter Ego, there's a lot of heroes at the table. The Jushin makes the most sense in terms of like, if you want to play the standard way, but Alec has been playing that Marcel incredibly well. But looking at Alter Ego's record so far, I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be Leo Mort pick in the jungle, despite all the heroes that's available currently, because you can trade the mid lane with the Eve as well, but no, Tyrus will pick that Jushin. Now for Navi, they can save that Eve to red 3, or do they want to pick it right now to hide their cards?
I think Eve red 3 seems wise, so like Leo Mort definitely will be prioritized. And Coach Why Not can go and set a Marcel pick as well, right? It's open. Pick up the Marcel and also the Leomord, knowing that the Harley is already off the table. That's already a good secure, right? At least. Oh, okay, interesting.
Okay, so they do pick up the Marcel, like you mentioned. Still a hero that can't be let go, I don't believe. I don't think you want to give it to Alter Ego. But the Suyo, I think, is very interesting. I mean, is it because that the Jushin early game damage isn't that prevalent that they're brave enough to go for Suyo? But Suyo against Leomord, right? That's definitely the next hero that we're expecting from Alter Ego.
Yeah, I don't see why you would not pick the Leomord here unless Yazuke is not really comfortable on playing against the Marcel. But no, Leomord is going to be the choice here, and also the Khalid. That's a handful of a mid prio.
Yeah.
And this is going to be tough for Apro. He's going to has to play aggressively and also defensively at the same time because there's so much punish from Alter Ego's side. And it's going to be the Eve, right? There's no way you're going away from the Eve unless they have something in their bag that can be used in the second phase. Valentina is still open, to be honest. Lilia is also an option if you're going against this kind of composition, if you don't play a bit more, I guess, reserved with the black shoes as well. But I think it should be an Eve.
Yeah,
Let's not forget,
I agree.
Zetian option is definitely still on the table as well. If they don't prioritize the mid lane here, they can go for the Phobius round. One of the
Phobius is banned though. First phase.
Wow, you're right. So that's why they pick up the Sora instead. So what they're saying is, you know what, the mid lane option is still a lot. Sure, the Eve against the Jushin is good, but we still have other options. You mentioned it earlier, Shefin. So that's why they prioritize the EXP, and now Na'Vi, they can't pressure the EXP lane.
Because they want to be able to set up for the first neutral objective, right? They have the Suyo already, they have the Marcel already, but they need something to facilitate that, which is why, again, heavily prioritization into that EXP lane.
Yeah.
You see the Arlet being taken away as well. They want to acquire a winning matchup for the Sora.
I don't think the winning matchup is the goal here. Just get Nino away from those set heroes. You know, there's a lot of winning matchup against the Sora, especially the CC is still wide open, but I'm not sure if Alter Ego wants to go for that. That is definitely an option if you want to play super aggressively in the early game, but there's going to be someone that can match up that early game advantage in the gold lane if you don't play that way. The Eve is getting banned for Alter Ego very much makes sense, and I can see another mid lane ban for Alter Ego. Connie mentioned earlier, Zetian makes the most sense, especially when you already have the Shifting Skies, a lot of CCs from your lineup.
Yeah.
That Fear of the Phoenix gets a lot of value.
But remember, this is Cyrus that we're talking about, right? One of his other heroes is that Odette. So don't be surprised if that Odette comes through. We're looking at the Jushin.
Cyrus?
Sorry. Oh, wait, no.
Okay,
Na'Vi,
yeah.
right. Okay, let's take a look at Navi's hero pool right now. Ukir, Faramis, Lilia, Eve, Jushin, Farsa, and Valir. So they're not going to go for another mid lane ban. Rather, they go for the Harith instead.
That's a good one as well, right? Harith adjusted post-patch, and the gold buff clearance is definitely up there. So what they're saying is, you know, you want to have an equal gold grab matchup. Na'Vi picks up a gold laner in their fourth pick. That's a Claude. A lot of AoEs from that Claude and that Sora.
Do you want to go for a counter pick for the Claude? You want to go YSS or something more Arfi? Something like Obsidia?
That could be the option. The YSS is the first thing that came to mind for me, but if they want to be activated their early game, I was thinking about the Moscow, but not really, man. I guess Arfi, YSS makes the most sense. There you go. Then Uranus is going to be the pick for Nino. Okay. I guess it kind of gives you that standard XP lane, right? There's not much going on. Just trade some HP away. But the early game pressure here from Na'Vi is super big, especially with the fact that the Suyo has this kind of like extra retribution damage, right? With the Soul Sever.
That's why it really depends on this last pick from Na'Vi here. Who's going to be in the mid lane?
I like the Zetian pick. Balances out, you know, but they go for the Valentina. This is interesting. The Valentina, Raging Sandstorm, maybe, right? It's getting the main key to be picked up.
I guess the main idea is when you're playing as Zetian, despite you having that passive to get people away, you're still kind of prone to getting executed in the early game. And Na'Vi don't want to play Alter Ego's Gambit. They want to play as safely as possible. And now Ukir cannot be targeted as easy as Alter Ego wants to.
So it's more on like sustainability, the prolonged fighting.
That,
in
and
the
also
early
there
game?
is some solid ultimates as well. The Mountain Shocker works well for comboing with the Shifting Skies. The Raging Sandstorm also works well. But the lineup rating, this might be the biggest difference so far this season.
10.8 to 2.6, was it?
Yeah.
That's pretty huge, but we'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, back again. We're looking at numbers here, but execution is going to be the name of the game. Leg number 1, it was Alter Ego winning this 2-1. Will this be a different story? Can Na'Vi turn the tides and rewrite that story?
Okay. Looks like it's gonna be a normal game so far. Not much going on in terms of like the invades and all that. And makes sense. Alec and Cyrus. It's gonna be a handful in the mid lane. Ukir, he's actually prioritizing the second skill first because he doesn't want to get poked down to the ground with his knockups and also the early game damage of Alec.
But he's zoned out, technically, right? Struggling to get the farm. And you can see Yazuki already just being invasive. Now Afro, seeing 3 members here in the jungle, and just the delay already, it's so annoying. Yazuki here inside the bush already. That's a retribution by Yazuki.
Yeah, it looks like Alter Ego are definitely winning in this mid-trio matchup right now. They're being a lot more aggressive, and unfortunately, we are seeing trades of damage coming from Ukir especially, but they haven't been able to have that impact that we thought they would have, especially with the Marcel as well in the hands of Na'Vi. We're taking a look at the emblems now by Yu.
Okay, some aggressive, actually going for Weapon Mastery for RP, so he's not really worried about the Blade matchup. He thinks he's already good enough to go up against the Claude, so he wants to be a bit more of a difference in a team fight. But I see Cyrus with that tenacity, so expect Cars and pretty much the whole team of Na'Vi gunning him down to the ground in the early game, and that's why he's going for a bit more reserve kind of atomization or emblem.
So that kind of makes sense, right? Why Cyrus seems to be playing a lot more aggressively compared to Ukir. Definitely eyeing out not just that, but even in the trades in the 1v1s against Ukir, he's going to be able to survive a little bit longer. And now, of course, both teams' attentions are going to be on this first turtle because both have the composition to go for it.
You know, from the flanks, oh, that's a good shifting clouds by Cars. Yazuki with the steed and Doryu, calm retribution, but Afro. Whoa, low, that's gonna be the delay by Cars again. Alec repositions as Shive shows himself, after blazing duets. PMI as well, Cars taken down. First blood for Alter Ego as they continue on the fight. So far, it's a kill for a turtle.
Who's it worth it for?
Yeah, I think it's fine for both teams, but Alter Ego seems to be winning in terms of economy. And that happened, all that happened when RP was not available in the team fight. Shive was there with the blazing duet and was not able to make a lot of difference. But look at Adoyo earlier, man. He was peeling for Apro with the retribution. Like, you don't really see that very often. And I believe Adoyo also took the turtle without the retribution.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's gonna be Alec though. Out of place and will be punished. It's 1-1 and Na'Vi they equalize.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of shifts in momentum, trades as well in economy and objectives. We're taking a look at now at the talent prediction by GoPay. It seems like it's 3 for 3.
I believe so.
Yeah, even the casters are torn between these two teams, and it does make sense. Looking at their past history, Alter Ego just came from a loss. Na'Vi, despite coming in from a win, their performance hasn't been 100% either. So we're looking at very specific moments, especially when it comes to the late game about decision making. Cyrus, very aggressive.
Yeah, that's already the Crimson Beacon popped. And Ukir popped the flicker just to disengage.
Yeah, this is what I expected from Na'Vi from the early game. Just want to be as aggressive as possible with Afro, but at the same time, if Yazuki pull out that Phantom Steed, it's just time to back off. There's no way you're fighting that. Because Alter Ego knows when to use that, but Alec is in trouble.
Great setup there, and Doryu with the setup kill. Just isolating in the mid lane, isolating Alec in the mid lane, and that's And that's another kill on the roamer.
And I feel like that's perfect timing for Na'Vi right now. They're going to be able to blitz this next neutral objective. Yasuke is actually behind, so Na'Vi complete control over the objectives.
Yeah, that's a golden hour just to freeze Yasuke and let Andoryu calmly get the retribution on point. So that's just a turtle for Na'Vi. No compensation so far for AE.
What's the game plan for Alter Ego? What are they waiting for?
I think they're actually waiting for Na'Vi to actually fight them. Alter Ego so far, they want to fight with the Phantom Steed, but Na'Vi just said, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to play passively and just going to take anything that I can take without really losing a lot of members. And so far, it's been working really well. 2 turtles in the early game in 5 minutes. Na'Vi knows when to back off, especially with the fact that they have the golden hour. They have a lot of kites as well. And Afro is just being such a nuisance in the jungle as well. And the fight earlier, the kill before the team fight in the turtle pit from Ukir was big because he was able to secure a glowing one. And that way, Alter Ego would not be able to find a lot of value.
Uh-oh, that's going to be the fight that Alter Ego wants, but Na'Vi quick to disengage. Ukir, no flicker this time. That's going to be the stun connecting, and Yasuke picking up the kill.
I guess you're right. Alter Ego, they're looking for lots of team fights, lots of skirmishes. Na'Vi seem to not want to bother Alter Ego on that front. They always go for that disengage. But this time, they lose Ukir in the process. When this gets to the later stages of the game, who is it actually worth it for? I mean, technically, Arfi's on the YSS.
Yeah, I think in terms of scaling, pure scaling, I would go for Na'Vi here with the fact that they have a pure damage dealer in Shive. It's more of a... I mean, I guess Arfi can be a lot of a difference maker with the Tucker as well, but Shive, gotta watch out a little here. Don't want to fight Alter Ego in the early game with this kind of mid-prio. But yeah, I think the main trouble for Na'Vi... What's going on?
Shive!
Top lane in a 2v1 situation, Shive will not be able to get out. And I guess Na'Vi needs to pull the trigger right now on this turtle. Let's see, Yasuke now. Stunned up, Chain CC taken down by Andoryu. The turtle will fall to the side of Na'Vi. The golden hour finds Gino and Alec stuck. That's gonna be RP now all alone, very low! Still able to find an escape route.
Cars.
But that's Cars executing the kill. Now Cars all alone, still able to dash in and dash out. But that's a traitor, right? RP and Afro. And Cars now all alone will be taken down as well. But that leaves the mid vulnerable.
Yeah, there's a lot of trades there. Both teams, they know what to do. Alter Ego seems to notice that Na'Vi, when they're grouped up together, they seem to communicate with each other really, really well. And that's why they isolated Chive on the top side and they were able to get the kill with 2 people. And Na'Vi, that was a really brave turtle take, despite them down 1 hero. And also the fact that they know Arfi and Alec is coming from the top lane to back up all the members of Na'Vi. Overall, they were really darn good. And they managed to get Arfi out of it as well.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's Na'Vi that found more of an upper hand or an advantage in that particular team fight, just because when we're looking at the composition that Alter Ego have brought, I feel like everything at the end of the day is going to circle around Arfi and the Skypiercer stack. So the fact that Arfi already had that Skypiercer and he got taken down earlier will reduce that stack. And Alter Ego have played like this for quite some time, right? They look for a moment where they can get like this groundbreaking team fight. They utilize Arfi in the process to turn things around. And Na'Vi are doing a really great job at trying to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, you can see it in the way they took the purple buff as well, right? They're not going for a full-on let's battle the retreat right away with Andoryu and also Yasuke. They waited for Afro because they know they already got a really good position in the back line or in the flank to kind of hinder Alter Ego's movement in the jungle and get them away from that retreat battle. And now, I don't think they want to gank Cars here, but we'll see. It's Alter Ego, so you can never really rule it out. As Na'Vi is actually going for that Lord.
Okay, and Alter Ego actually pick up that turret in the bottom side. So both of the outer turrets have been taken by Alter Ego. So if we're talking about macro gameplay, Alter Ego are also thinking about it for sure. They actually force a reset there from Na'Vi on that next Lord as well, considering Yasuke at level 11 and Andoryu's level 13. So Yasuke is 2 levels behind of Andoryu. If they go 50-50, they're gonna lose this first Lord.
Yeah, but it's a bit misleading. The Yazuke level difference. In terms of team fighting potential, I would argue that Yazuke is as good as Andoryu, but look at that, the damage towards Cyrus.
Oh, that's already a flicker from Afro. And that's a recall from Cyrus. Na'Vi should be able to signal, or at least has an idea on, yeah, maybe Cyrus is recalling. And now they pull the trigger. Let's see, though. That's going to be the Steed. Oh, cancelled by Cars! No horse for Yazuke, and he will be taken down. And there you get the Lord, and Cars picks up the double. And Na'Vi, they have found an angle to take Narfi down. That's going to be Narfi out the board, and Nino will be taken down as well. It's a big wipeout for Na'Vi.
So well executed by Na'Vi. The way that they're forcing Cyrus to recall early. A recall essentially means you're gone out of that team fight. You're gone out of that neutral objective fight. So Na'Vi utilized that in order to punish Alter Ego. They were able to take that as well. We're going to take a look at everything during the replay. And the fact that Ukin was able to dive back and force RP out of the team fight, that was also beautiful.
Yeah, this is like, wow. Na'Vi, when they're really good, they are really good, man. But unfortunate, I don't know if that was a mistake or that was just a happenstance, but the Steed did not get the Leomord, and the horse ran out of the stable. Yazuke getting a lot of heat coming in from Na'Vi, and they were able to get literally everything from Alter Ego. They know their capabilities really, really well, and they know when to pull the trigger. That's Na'Vi's strength currently.
Absolutely. 4,000 gold lead now, ladies and gentlemen. And Shive, unfortunately for Alter Ego, has hit the power spike.
Yeah.
Their window is,
Trinity.
yeah.
And I think it should be a win of nature after this. I'm not expecting a full-on commitment towards that Maleficent just yet, because he's up against RP, he's up against Yazuke.
Oh, Alter Ego. Wow, what a call by Alter Ego. They get one with the golden hour, though. Take a look at Chive now jumping in. Cyrus taken out. The blazing red popped. The recovery from Na'Vi is just better. And they take down 2, soon to be 3, as Nino has nowhere to run.
A triple kill for Andoryu in that previous escapade that was actually triggered in by Alter Ego. Afro, he's actually going to be able to take that turret as well. So all in all, it looks like against a team that wants to fight, disengage has been the beautiful answer. Marcel, so expensive against Alter Ego.
Yeah, this is what elite teams do, right? Because yes, you lose out a member, yes, you lose out an important fighting player there, but Cars with a beautiful recovery with the shifting skies and gets all the Alter Ego members in the same place. The follow-up from Na'Vi's member was beautiful as well, because they know that Alter Ego did not have any resource whatsoever, because they already poured that one out against Okir in earlier team fights. But look at that Sky Piercer stack from Andoryu, 60 and counting from now on. He hasn't died just yet, and he has that Wings of Apocalypse, so a lot harder to get down, or a lot harder to kill from now on.
Yeah, especially Alter Ego, they don't have as much magic damage as well, so they weren't able to punish him from the early game. Andoryu is already at level 15, Yasuke is catching up. But Na'Vi, do they want to go for that 50-50?
No, they will take the Lord here. Golden Hour again finds Yazuke. That's a stun though, that's a knockup. On towards one, Afro repositioning. Blazing Duet by Shive towards the back, finds Cyrus. And that's gonna be again just Alter Ego dismantled. Na'Vi finding the angles, finding the routes. And they get the Lord, who is already marching the mid lane. The base is going to be very vulnerable. Let's see the 3-man defense by Alter Ego. That's a stun on towards Alec Terrify. And Andoryu claims a godlike. And take a look at Shive, who will be the destroyer of that base, as Alter Ego will lose out on the first game.
Amazing, amazing execution from Na'Vi. One of the most talked about things or discussed things by everyone on the internet, casters, influencers, streamers, is the decision-making of Na'Vi that have been very lackluster. But the fact that we saw that game, it was executed perfectly. They didn't give Alter Ego what they wanted at all. They played the macro game. perfect turtle as well from the early stages of the game, and at the very end, the team fights were also very well polished. Na'Vi, this is looking very tough for Alter Ego.
Yeah, this is Navi that we kind of expected just a little bit once Why Not comes into that coaching staff. You can see the improvement, right? It always starts with knowing the win con. When you already establish a good game plan here from Coach Why Not, just instill that principles. Like, don't fight when Alter Ego wants to fight. Fight on your own accord. And it worked perfectly. And this team fight, man, it was pretty bad for Navi. They were missing a lot of skills. That was a full-on blazing duet for Nino, by the way. So the goal line is just way too much at that point for Navi, and that's why they were able to get that win quite comfortably. But Alter Ego in that last team fight, I believe they were going for a Hail Mary because knowing that they have a bit of a early game composition, you know, the Jushin, the Khalid, even Yusin, we can really count him as a late game hero. So you want to go for that Hail Mary play, maybe you get the load out of it, but they were just a little bit too late for Navi.
That's why if they really wanted to play the early game, I was wondering why they picked up the Uranus. Like, did they require someone to zone out the back line? Did they need more someone more tanky? But because like it really didn't work for them, especially Turtle 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think it's more of it's a combination of comfort and also it works so far in Nino's career, you know? Because usually when you're using that composition, right, you want to use the Phobius, you want to use the Arlet,
Yeah.
and both of them are not available.
Right.
So this is just the consolation. I guess this is like, I guess I'll play the Uranus because it's not going to be able to get killed early game. And if I play the kind of game well enough, then I get a lot of value out of it.
Because, I mean, technically he did win the lane, right? Or was Sora roaming around a lot? Because at some point in the early game, we saw that Nino was taking the gold plating, right? Of the XP lane.
Yeah, I think the Uranus, the idea was, you know, let's leave the EXP lane so that the trio mid can rotate around towards the mid lane,
That's
the
true.
jungles, and towards the gold lane. But we didn't see that applied in that game. You know, the pressure towards RFE and as well as maybe wasn't really, I think it was quite free farm. So, yeah, I think Nino on the Uranus, very, very, you know, different.
Was
win.
Lapu Lapu banned?
No.
Lapu was not
It was
banned.
open. That's why.
Yeah.
I was like, why not Lapu Lapu?
But I also know, but please also also know that that's why Cars picked up the Sora in that first phase, right? To get him on a playmaker hero, and yeah, his impact in that game, tremendous, I gotta say.
Yeah, it really, really made a difference, I would say. We're looking at the crucial moment now. I think this was First Lord, yeah?
Yeah, this is, I think, the game-changing play or like game-changing moment for Navi. Yasuke didn't get the state, but even then, I don't think Yasuke will be able to do a lot with the state available because there's been too much damage poured onto him. I don't think there's enough HP bar for him to fight and, you know, being a contributor to the team fight. But yeah, Navi, it's just amazing game overall. They know the win con. They backed off when they need to back off. They fight when they really need to fight. Because they know Alter Ego's window is so big. This is a Leomord, this is a Uranus, this is a Jushin. They can fight as long as they want to. You just have to find that one decisive moment, one decisive kite, and also just re-engage to be able to make it happen. And that's why Apro was the player of the game here, presented by Infinix GP50 Pro. You might think, oh, why not Andoryu? Because he's been getting kills left and right. Well, he's enabled by most of his team. You know, and shout out to Cars as well. I think he played a beautiful game of Sora here. A lot of great moments with the shifting skies as well. The flickers to secure a kill towards RP. He knows that the trade is worth it. But this early game, man, I think Alter Ego, like, I don't really want to blame them in a way because this is just how the way they play, man. They go super aggressive with the Steed, with Alec, and also with Cyrus, with the Jushin as well. They know this is probably the strongest mid trio you can have in the current patch, maybe aside from Leomord, replaced with the Baksha. But overall, you cannot lose at all with this kind of composition, and that's why Marcel was such a huge difference. I would go, you know, I think Afro in a way is also an MVP by system as well because he is the main failsafe of Navi in this kind of situation.
I agree. We're even seeing in moments like this. There you go. Alter Ego were looking for a proper engage, and essentially that would have worked had not the Marcel been there with, of course, his ultimate, the Golden Hour.
Yeah. Maybe from now on, don't let people get Marcel, man. Just not anyone at all. Because at this point, the hero is super broken, and teams are starting to figure out how to properly use the Marcel. It's not the engaged tool we expected with the Golden Hour. It's more of a let's back off and you know, essentially it's like, what's the Faramis ultimate again?
Famous?
Yeah.
Another realm?
Yeah, another realm, but kind of better in a way because you trap people instead of just giving your teammates more HP bars.
And also,
Yeah.
I feel like with the Marcel, right, it just allows your jungler to get the neutral objective, like, freely.
Easier?
Yeah,
Yeah.
freely. You just pop the Golden Hour to the jungler right before the neutral objective is about to die, and there you go. It's a free retribution for your jungler. And we saw that applied by Afro multiple times.
That's why there's literally so many ways
Yeah.
to utilize this Marcel. It's a little similar to Chip, I think, you know, in that sense. Like, it could be really good for your team, it could be really bad for your team. But of course, after the changes that dropped on the Marcel, the fact that if your allies get shielding and it becomes non-existent for your own team to get kind of like frozen in time, that really helped and really buffed Marcel, I would say. And we've seen it in the hands of Keyboy. Keyboy uses it offensively, right? He uses it as a zoning tool to create a bridge between the team fights, to create room between the team fights, to make things a little bit more, I would say, disrupted.
Beneficial, yeah.
And of course beneficial to the team, but disrupted in the team fights, especially against like a team fight comp. So Marcel in this next game, I hope Alter Ego will respect it away, or at least take it ahead of the Jushin.
Dude, Marcel, Apro had 40k damage. That's
3K?
double the amount of Khalid. Like, you'd think that Khalid boasts a lot more damage in the early game, especially with the Thunderbolt stacks just stacking up for Afro over and over again. The pokes and all. Like, it's ridiculous the amount of damage that this hero can output despite being more of a utility, a tanky hero. And Ukir, by the way, he's the one that's topping up the damage chart for Na'Vi. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be Andorio because he's been killing people left and right. But I guess Ukir, despite him being the utility mid laner here in a way, can also poke a lot of members down with the glowing one as well.
Bro, he went Glowing Wand, Divine Glaive, and then Lightning Truncheon. So this was a very aggressive Valentina, I believe. And even if we, when we saw the, what was it called? Critical moment, I think?
Crucial.
The crucial moment, we saw it was Ukir that was the one that was damaging the backline
And
of Alter Ego.
I don't think I saw a single Raging Sandstorm or a Mount Chakra Steel. He always stole the Phantom Steed from Yazuki, so I guess he knows the limits of that hero as well. There's a bit of a, you know, what you call it, knockback to your team when you pop the Steed.
Yeah.
You know, you can still roam around and deal damage with the basic attack as well because it's more of a AoE kind of deal with the basic attack. So I guess it works.
Absolutely. That was really interesting to see.
It was.
But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to remind you once again that we do have that collaboration in store for us. And this
Hey.
time, it will be with Hello Miu.
Hello, Mew.
Hello Miu.
Looks
What is
cute.
this about?
It might be my favorite so far, right?
Oh, yeah?
You got Soleil, the little chick with the big journey, and yesterday Kugaverse, and now it's Miu. Cute cloud sharing about wellness and life.
Okay.
Hey, guys, it's psychological based.
So apparently, if Sole, the one that you mentioned yesterday, was
Friday.
you know teaching us to love ourselves, Miu, which is what we're looking at right now, will tell us or will wake us up with words like get enough sleep. You sleep long enough just to dream, but not enough to live, or do you have enough savings? So
Wow.
it's a reminder of living life, I believe.
You
Yeah.
have enough savings, it's kind of wild.
I know that kind of hurt.
So if you don't have savings, then you're depressed. That's the message.
Well, maybe it depends, like priorities of people. You know.
Hello Mew is there to like asking the right questions.
Oh, Halamu is
To
pretty much saying
remind
that
you.
if you're rich, you're happy.
No.
It's a capitalist
no,
kind of
no.
mascot.
No, because I have a friend who has zero savings, but he's super happy.
There you go.
Are you talking about me? Or?
No, I'm not.
You're not super happy.
No, my friend, like every time he gets money from a job, he like buys things. Like he either puts it into like his PC stuff or.
So being irresponsible with your money.
Yeah, but he's really happy doing that. Like he believes that that's investing. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
So I guess it goes back to priorities.
To each their own. To each
their own. To each their own.
But yeah, it's actually relatable with like current millennials or Gen Z life problems, you know? Check Hello Me out. Why
You
not?
can't relate, right? Because you're a boomer.
I am actually Gen Alpha,
Yeah.
so I can't relate, but I will, maybe.
But hello.
I hit 18.
Okay. Which is like tomorrow.
18?
Oh, 18.
18.
I thought you said 80. The story was created by Nabila Siendi, and it teaches us to check in our life and recognize ourselves, and of course, to control our emotions. So we have to control our emotions now, guys.
Calma.
Let's take a deep breath
Come
together.
on, chef.
3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale.
That is interesting, chef. But yeah, that is inhaling and exhaling. Chef, I think you can be a yoga instructor.
What?
With that sort of like unique exhale, inhale.
What's the correlation again?
The inhale
The
and
breathing,
exhale.
I think.
Yeah, it's so unique.
Ah. They do that stuff in yoga?
No,
Yeah.
but you do.
They do.
No, that the, that, not that.
Oh, sometimes they do. They'll
Oh.
tell us.
It turned
They'll
out
be
which
like-
one's better?
What?
Yoga or Pilates?
I'm a Pilates girl. Boys and girls. I'm sorry. I feel like yoga's too
Does
boring.
it have to be one or the other?
Yeah, why can't you be both? Why
Why
can't
can't
you
you
go
be a
both
yogi
ways?
and a Pilates?
I mean, if you're a Pilates, then you're a bad person because you're stealing from ships, right?
That's a pirate. That's a pirate. Sheffield.
That's a good one.
No, that's a bad one.
No, that's a good one.
That was so bad.
I
That
was
was
disappointed with my joke.
that was literally
That's a good one.
so bad.
That was
No,
really
that's a good
bad.
one.
Chat, was that bad?
Not my
That's
best.
a good one.
Type L Sheffin if you think that was a really bad joke.
Because you spell pirates with pirates, right? And then yeah.
Why are you explaining
that's so
it?
good. That's so good. No, because it gets even worse if I.
Oh, wait, are you being sarcastic? You are, right?
Maybe. You can't even tell. The guys, viewers at home can't even tell.
You can never tell with Gani. You can never tell. Oh, but they have the interview with the creator, which is kind of fun. I want to know what it's about.
That is.
I heard something about mental health.
Ooh, wow.
So, like LaFell likes to say, shout out mental health.
Yeah. I mean, it's very important. Gotta care about your inner mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how much your mental state can affect your physical health, man.
And also,
Did you want to share something to the group?
Like I used to be like, this is a serious moment. Okay, I'm not
Okay,
gonna
okay,
make any
okay.
joke.
Okay.
Like back then, I used to be this kind of guy that just be happy to. Like what is this mental health thing all about? Like all people are just soft. Like these people are just like they don't really know what is actually real life struggle. But once I actually have that kind of like mental health block, mental health problems, I thought I had a panic attack once. No, actually twice. The first time I had a panic attack, I thought I was gonna die.
wow.
It's that bad. Like all the way from head to toe, I experienced this kind of like, what's kasamutan again?
Like pins and
Tremor?
needles.
Okay, not tremor.
Kasamutan is pins and needles in English.
Okay.
Okay, those kind of stuff from head to toe. Like I've never experienced that before. My whole body went cold. Like I thought that was it.
And after like a big trauma.
Yeah, it's a culmination of a lot of
Right,
stuff.
okay. Wow, this is interesting. This is new.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for listening.
So, guys,
Changgyo. That was
Prioritize
Changgyo
your
right
mental health.
there. Yeah, prioritize your
Alright.
mental health. Seek help as well, and
Know when to seek help.
yeah, if you check out Hello Mew, maybe one of the avenues that you can seek help as well, but also go to your closest one.
Why is it Mew, by the way? You think Mew is a cat or something?
What was that? Oh, it was a cloud.
It's a cloud, yeah.
I don't know. Either way, it's cute.
When you create something, chef, you you can name whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
If you invent something, you can name it whatever.
Why? What would you name a cloud?
Cloudy.
Don't say-
That's Mirko's
I was
cat.
about to say, don't say cloudy.
Docile.
What?
Docile.
Dorsal.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
Dorsal.
Because it's cloud spelled backwards.
Oh.
Now it's not cute, right?
I actually thought it's Sonic.
The law.
And by the way, I just realized this morning that why not as Tony in backwards?
What
Yes,
the
it
heck?
is. Yes, yes.
What?
How
I'm so
late are
stupid.
you?
Oh my lord.
Dude, that's even... It's worse when I know it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm like the bottom
True.
standard
That's true.
of the caster desk
And
right
you already
now.
know it.
And I know it.
Like since day one, when you see why not, or like it took you.
I think it was like pre-season,
Okay.
like during the interviews,
But yeah, why not
interview
is
sessions. Is Tony.
Tony. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Does he make iron suits as well?
that's Iron Man. That's
That's
Tony
Tony
Stark.
Huh?
Jinx, Yomi Soda. Anyway, boys, let's focus back onto the match. All right. Game number 1, it was Na'Vi. Alter Ego are still on first pick, so they do have the opportunity. If they still want to go for the bans, Phobius, Harley, Chip, they can still go for the Marcel first pick instead of the Jushin. Do you think that would make a difference?
What was it earlier? I blanked out.
I mean,
Do you think it would make a difference if they prioritize Marcel now in the first phase?
I mean, that could be the idea, but I don't think Marcel is going to be left wide open there. In the previous
So
game,
you
it
think
was...
they're going to be banning Marcel first pick from blue side?
that or Tony, Mr. Why Not, stands it out now. Alright, if he knows now, maybe Alter Ego will prioritize the Marcel. Let's ban it now.
We calling him Tony from now on.
Now I'm gonna just call him either Tony or Why Not. It's either or.
Thank you, Anog.
Let's go now.
What?
Anog. Gone in.
What?
Oh, Anog. Okay.
Why is it A?
No, with it.
Oh,
or-
because EI. So
Yeah.
A nog.
Anog.
That's so weird. Okay, what was that? Was that shifting?
Broken walls.
Oh, again.
Yes,
Back to
sir.
back broken walls. Drafting phase, game number 2, presented to by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro.
Wow.
So they don't want to pick it up for themselves. They want to ban it instead.
Like it's not comfortable in, yeah? On this
There are
Marcel.
no shortcuts in life.
What was the ban earlier?
It doesn't make sense because his last performance on the Marcel was pretty good actually.
Wow. That's interesting then.
Huh. What was the ban earlier instead of Marcel?
Harley and Chip.
Ooh, Harley. Interesting. So the Jushin is going to be banned this time instead of the Guinevere. Alter Ego can build a Guinevere comp from here if they want to, you know, go full onto that. But Valentina is going to be the option here. Still,
What?
obviously, a flex. And Sora is going to be denied for Na'Vi unless they want to just bite in on the matchup, which I don't think is going to happen.
Hey, I mean, Na'Vi, they're ballsy, right? Na'Vi will
Guinevere outlet?
instead go for the Guinevere. And I like that. Secure the roamer. Maybe take away the Khalid.
Outlet is available, but I don't know if they want to go for that in first.
Oh.
Whoa, that's an even weirder first pick. Nice win rate, by the way. Barca, I would expect. Huh. So Alter Ego, do you want to deny the Arlet right now? I don't think so because Na'Vi, they're surely prepared for that. And there's still a lot of heroes that can be comboed with the Guinevere. I mean, Brock is still on the table, and you can trap people with the Feathered Airstrike plus the walls and all that. A lot of CCs, a lot of knockups. But we'll see. I believe this is the first game of Ukir on Farsa this season?
Yes. No, he's picked it up before.
Oh, okay. Second game then.
But I mean, did they pick up the Farsa this early so they could limit the gold lane?
Your team is picking.
Because I was thinking it would actually deny the Harith pick, but the Harith gets picked here, so...
The relentless flow of time's continuum.
It's like it or not, the gold lane is gonna be punished with the Farsa. The Claude is still gonna get damaged. Anything you pick still gonna get damaged, but Harith offers a lot of things that other marksman does not have, which is, first of all, you can use the Purify.
Yeah.
Second, you also have Sustain with the shields and all that. And if you build towards maybe Oracle and Concentrated, which is not really the build anymore, you can still sustain even more.
But the fact that they prioritize the Harith and the Khalid in the first phase means that we don't have a hero for Yasuke yet. So
yet.
we were thinking about the Leo Mort again. And now Na'Vi can actually utilize that to ban out. They can actually start limiting his heroes. Though remember, Harley is still open. Do they ban Harley and they ban Suyo against the Guinevere?
Honestly, it's nimble enough for you to respect the Suyo, and I expect the Harley ban in the red 5 here for Coach Wynot instead of the Leo Mort. I think they're very happy with, to face up against Yazuke's Leo Mort against this kind of composition. Arlott can chain CC the Leo Mort immediately with the Final Requiem and also the Final Slash combo. You also have enough damage in Farsa to burst him down, even though it's a fighter at the end of the day. But maybe Yazuke doesn't even want to play the Leo Mort. So fun fact, guys, last time I believe Yazuke went against a Guinevere he went for Nolan, which didn't work at all. It was the worst game of Yazuke's career, probably.
But then they paired it with something like the Kalea, so there was like a combo that they wanted to go on. But with Khalid, I don't think you can actually pull that off, no?
It's gonna be tougher indeed, but they neglect the Harley. Instead, they go for the box shot. Why? Because I feel like with Alter Ego, with the Khalid pick already, the mobility from that, plus the box shot, you know, it's gonna be very, very nasty. That's why they banned it out. But Alter Ego, good ban as well. I like that ban. High loss. Denying it away again, just force Afro on a more calmer hero, maybe.
What's the plan? What is Alter Ego planning here?
Oh man. I think at this point you want to go for a full-on Alter Ego comp and wish that the early game goes for you.
So you go Harley here?
I don't know, man. I don't think Harley will do the job here, but I guess it's nimble enough to get away from some of the CCs. Other options in the jungle, I think that's a good answer. You don't only get bursted down with the Alice, and it gives you a lot more room for the jungle to make things work. Still the Leo Mort. Huh.
Because I thought they wanted to go for more pickoffs, right? They have the Khalid. I thought they were going to pair it with someone that, well, technically Alice does that job as well, and they pair it with a Harley to go for the pickoffs, but I think they're looking for more team fight now. Na'Vi though, last pick.
Wow. They needed someone that can tank.
What, so Grok? Do they go Grok here? Glue's not available.
Grok?
Marcel's not available.
Oh,
Guinevere Rome.
Rome, the flex. Coach Tony, is this overcooking or is this al dente?
Honestly, I like that because when you play a Guinevere jungle, you kind of lack the damage, and now you already have the Farsa, right? You can chain CC pretty much anyone in the mid lane with the Fredrin, with the Guinevere, with the Farsa, and that forces a lot of flickers. That forces a lot of disengage from Alter Ego's side, especially on Alec, on a Khalid. This is a really, really hard game for the Khalid, I feel like. And if it's gonna be fast, I just predict that this is gonna be a fast game, either for Na'Vi or Alter Ego.
Earlier, lineup rating favored Alter Ego, but Na'Vi were the ones to win it. Now the lineup rating favors Na'Vi. So I don't know what that entails. Again, numbers are just numbers. Statistics are statistics. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the teams and the players to execute it into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Fredrin in the jungle, Gwyn in the roam. Will this be the answer for Na'Vi to close things out clean 2-0 against Alter Ego?
Here we go, and this makes things a lot more interesting. Nino and Alec is gonna have a hard time just opening up the map and also being available in most team fights because that combo is immediate, man. Once you get level 2 on the Arlott, anyone is pretty much available, especially with Fredrin just roaming around the map and Yazuke with the usual pathing here, trying to get some of the camps away from Na'Vi, and Na'Vi was willingly gonna concede this one towards Alter Ego, but Apro is doing a really good job of dragging that one to their advantage.
So this feels like the exact same story of game number 1, right? Alter Ego were very aggressive. They took the camp as well. Afro, did he get it? I don't think he did. Yasuke is still going to be able to get it. So again, still a very similar story. Ukir getting poked down. Cyrus trying to do his best as well. But things changed when we hit Turtle 1. So pay attention to what happens between now and Turtle 1.
Okay, looking at the emblem here, it looks like Andorio is going for a bit more conservative emblem here with the tank emblem Sometimes you want to go for support and also that Inspire as well, but a flicker by Alec. Okay, with a good read there. Apro with a knock-up. Still not much going on, and both teams just kind of secure the waves for themselves. Level 4 for Andoryu.
So Marksman Yasuke emblem, that's a thing now, yeah? For
Yes.
the Leomord?
For Liam Ward.
Because like when we interviewed him yesterday, Yasuke said it was just a mistake. Like it was...
Kevin said that.
Oh, Kevin said that. Like, yeah, Kevin said it was a
Sarcastically.
mistake. Okay, so that's the new meta, I believe, from the changes.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to reveal the secret here, but Alec is doing a good job of zoning everyone away. Okir is still level 3, so I guess Navi cannot go for this one unless Cars wants to flicker.
See, with Steve Pops, that's the feather.
Wow.
Right, locking Cars down. And Doryu looks for an angle, but quickly closed. That's gonna be Navi now repositioning. And Alter Ego, they actually go for more here. Delaying the purple buff take, so Yazuki can join in the fight. That's gonna be flicker from Afro. Alter Ego now will move back as Andoryu pops a retribution. Arfi, ooh,
Oh,
Horse.
no.
That's gonna be Nino finding the kill, finding the double under the mid turret. Alter Ego showing up here, first 3 minutes.
Oh, Cars.
All alone again. This is the disconnect. Navi and Alter Ego, they are moving in unity. In the jungles, blazing red pop by Shive. That's gonna be used. Yazuki actually taken down. So an overcommitment finally punished.
Yeah, still gotta be a bit more careful for Alter Ego despite all the early wins here. I guess this is why mid prio will always be the most important thing in this meta, because once you dominate the mid lane, once you deny the XPs away from the mid laner, from the opposing mid laner, from the opposing roamer, then turtle fights becomes much more easier, and that's why Alter Ego was able to capitalize on that. And Nino, what a flicker and what a set there earlier in the turtle fight with the Throne of Blood.
Very aggressive, was able to get the job done, but I agree, all in all, the fact that Alter Ego had more resources, Navi were definitely unable to do what they could in game number 1. It was a perfect turtle for Navi in game number 1, and now Alter Ego claims that first objective. However, we did see a punish coming through, so Alter Ego still do need to think about it. I mean, I guess that's how they play, though. Audience prediction, 67% to 33% for Navi by Gopay. Afro,
The sidestep. They want the purple. That's the retribution. Alec now. Oh, two-man taunt. That's Alter Ego now under. Oh, and that's just Nino again. Coming in clutch, Alec will be punished. That's a roamer for a jungler. Nino looking for an angle again.
Wow.
That's a flicker spin. Nino, man, doing insane work here for Alter Ego.
and this time he doesn't even get taken down. How much space was he able to get for Alter Ego to set up for this objective that will come to them free? This means that Navi just completely not given any single thing on the map. They're looking for a trade onto Nino.
I don't think that's the right call there. They have to quickly reposition. And that's just 2 neutral objectives. 2K first 5 minutes. That's a landslide.
Yeah, and you can see the lack of Marcel is just very visible for Navi. Usually they have a free get out of jail card with the dashes, with the rapid boots, and all the movement speed boosts that the Marcel has, and the stunts as well. But now it's a Guinevere. I guess you can get away as easy, but it's not that simple when you get in CC'd, and the damage is still gonna come at you. Flicker from Alec. Yeah, didn't really get anyone.
Okay. Oh, what? Chive so low!
Yeah, that's going to be RP finding and connecting the skills to find the kill. Shive taken down the first time here in this game. Not a good sign that
Afro?
for Navi. Afro pops the flicker. Still able to keep his distance, but that's just a structure taken down top surely on the next wave. And Navi, 0 trades.
Guys, this is a disaster for Navi.
A big one.
What? Shiva gets taken down early. That's one of their only win cons right now. Cars now, the target.
Final slash. Carolina clear. Doesn't get the clear and still gets taken down. This is not a good game here for Navi. Alter Ego, on the other hand, wow, perfect execution. That's a stun on towards Andoryu. That's a sidestep. Feather airstrike will land twice on him, but still survives for now.
Navi's gonna wait a little bit until Siva is a bit online, and once he secured that, maybe Winter Crown instead of the Trinity prioritization, because there's been too much damage from the side of Alter Ego. You can also say that at this point, Cyrus is literally a better Farsa, you know, because she also has that Feather Airstrike as well intact. But now, knowing that they have the comp to be able to contest this one, still want to go for the turtle.
Oh, Izuki with the take. That's going to be Andorio stuck, taken down. Alter Ego, they move onwards as they will look for blood. Cars and Ukir still able to keep their distance. So that's a turtle and a kill for Alter Ego, but that's Arfi popping. The Shaman forced to Wings by Wings, and that's the structure in the mid lane, taking out Alter Ego. Nobody from Na'Vi can stop them just yet.
Why did they contest? I think that's my main question. I mean, you mentioned earlier on, Chef, and they need to wait till Shive gets to at least the Swift Trinity, and yet they still committed for that neutral objective. They could have just let that go.
Oh my god, Shiva is down by a lot, but guys, like 2K,
Exactly.
gold lead, and no second item just yet. I think he's going for that corrosive or maybe the golden staff, but we'll see what's gonna happen here. But I guess that's a good question, Eterna. I think Navi wants to pull a fast one on Alter Ego in that fight earlier. They were not available in the turtle pit for Alter Ego, but I think Navi underestimated how fast Alter Ego can catch up to the team fight. And Yazuki, it was just free real estate. Just take the retribution, or like take the turtle away with the retribution, and they got more out of it. They got kills as well.
That's why. Scars.
Forced to use the clicker, and Arfi hasn't even popped the Shaman Force just yet. That's the damage right there from a fed Parrot.
It feels like Navi is still playing with the same blueprint and principles as they did in game number 1, you know? But the difference is, once again, they have a Mars at a time. There's a golden hour. There's a lot of things that you can do to get away from team fights. But Alter Ego, once they get that, you know, variable away, the equation is leaning much more towards Alter Ego. That ban just tips the balance by a lot for Alter Ego. Now, every time Yazuki goes for an engage with the Steed, like obviously there's punish, but it's easier said than done, at least at this point of the game. There's not much shred from Shive so far. There you go, that helps a lot with the golden staff, but I don't think it's enough by now.
That's a Sun, that's a flicker from Shive. The purple buff will be taken away. Yeah, Afro here, stumped to engage. That's a stun! Finally, a good final slash under the turret. That's gonna be Alec taking down just the roamer. And Alter Ego, will they care?
Alter Ego committed a lot of resources there. You know, spent his ult. I think they have to play the waiting game again, despite Yasuke being ahead by quite a bit in terms of levels compared to Andoryu.
They're up by 8k gold lead almost, so they can do anything in turn out. But we'll see, Nino. Look at that, like, no one's gonna punish him. If Shiva is not here, there's no shred. Ukir is not strong enough to be able to get any damage on the Alice. The window of bursting Alice was in the early game. Once you hit level 4, once you hit level 2 for the whatchamacallit? What's the hero again? Arlet. But that window is nowhere here right now. As Shiva might be going down.
RP!
Uh-oh, Blazing Duet, that's a flag! Alec though, the cover from Na'Vi!
Oh wow!
2 members off the board, surely! Sure, they get Shiva, but they take down 2. Now in the mid lane, Cars actually with the Vengeance will not be able to escape! Nino finds a 2-man stun. No clear follow-up as they will wait for the Lord. Ukir barely survives. But Alter Ego and Na'Vi, man, that was scary.
2-for-2 trade. Na'Vi, I think perfect cover. But unfortunately, because of Yasuke, they had to lose Shiva and Cars. So both gold laners and both roamers. Oh, XP laners rather.
I guess for Na'Vi, you kind of want to take that. Yes, there's a lot of turrets going down, but at the same time, this Lord will not be able to be utilized as full.
Yeah.
But all the Alter Ego members are up right now. All the holy shields will go down. At least Na'Vi prolongs some of the economic advantage that Alter Ego has, but in terms of map advantage, Alter Ego gets a lot. The gold lead stays at 7k. I think that's good enough for Na'Vi.
It goes down by a little bit, right? It was 8k, I think.
Yeah.
It's like 200 difference. Oh man, what did Na'Vi do? I mean, Shiva is already on the Swift Trinity, but will it be enough? Like, the damage coming from Alter Ego has been, like, really
Whoa.
huge. Arfi now is piling up on damage as well, so if he gets to that back line, that Swift Trinity is not going to save Shiva.
Good steal from Malik. That's what Cars being the recipient of that Raging Sandstorm. Nino misses
Get
the
it.
ult! This might be the blunder. Navi can they capitalize? Blazing the wet by Shive. Arfi under his own turret. That's gonna be that Navi though repositioning. But Arfi finds the firepower, finds the angle to take the double and looks for a tripler here as Alter Ego now. They are threatening to end the game. The mid turret here looking juicy. Yazuki pops the steed. Cars will not be able to withstand the magic damage. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a wipeout and a base wipe. Alter Ego will force a game 3.
Alter Ego fight back in game number 2, guns blazing. Their first trick up their sleeve didn't work. They used their second, and this time it was complete dominance from Alter Ego from the early stage of the game up until the final stage of the game, just by capitalizing over Navi's little mistakes. We're going to game number 3. We're back to a best of 1 between both of these teams.
Arfi, he didn't get the Freya, he didn't get the shields that he needed from that hero, but he found another hero that has a lot of shields. It feels super unfair, man, because Alter Ego, that really feels like a blunder. They were fighting under the base, under, you know, the inhibitor turret, and they get punished by quite a bit, but Arfi's dominance in that late game is just way too much. He is already full item, he had the glaive, he had the holy crystal, he had the dashes as well, and there's no way anyone is killing Arfi at that point. And it was indeed a fast game as I predicted earlier, but yeah, Alter Ego. That was Alter Ego in its prime form. Just go guns blazing in the early game, you know, just use the draft to your advantage. The Leo Mords, the Alice, the Khalid. This is just Alter Ego's playstyle at its purest form.
That's why, like, I don't really like heroes like the Uranus on Nino. You know, I like the playmakers heroes better on Nino.
Exactly,
so as soon as you see him on something a little bit more active, a little bit more of a hero that can change the course of the game, that's when we see Nino shine, and I feel like that's like a strength. So putting him on a hero like a Hylos, okay, Hylos is still okay,
Uranus.
but like the Uranus was so weird in game number 1, I think.
Yeah, it didn't work out. Second game, they tweaked it, and it worked. But I really also want to highlight the Harith pick, right? Because I feel like that pick also was a great pick. Picked up in the first phase, and I feel like, why not? He could not respond like well after that Harith pick.
Yeah, I guess the early game potential is the main difference from Alter Ego and Navi's composition, right? Because for Navi, you have to wait a little bit. You have to play through this combo of Fredrin, Guinevere, and also Arlen. You have to somehow bully the XP lane, bully the river, but it's harder than it seems because you're up against a Khalid, you're up against a Valentina, which rocks the Brave Smite, I believe, so you can't really
abuse.
It's not the Brave Smite actually. He went for the Impure Rage. So he played a bit more aggressively at the same time, dealing more damage. So that's why they were not able to capitalize on that combo. And the mid prio is just so important in this meta.
Sorry, go ahead. I want to check Uranus win rate for Nino.
I think overall in this MPL ID, Uranus has been a tad bit overrated.
Only Lutpi was able to rock
Whether-
Uranus.
Thank you for the info, Gane. Whether it's Super Dan or Cars
Just stating facts.
or Nino, but this time around with the
Yeah.
Alice, he is popping off. 4-1-6 on the KDA, 67%
That's crazy.
TP. And he went for that Festival Blood and also Brave Smite combo, which makes him even more unkillable. Some standard itemization as well, I gotta say. A bit of a Dreadnought armor to get that damage away from Cars, from Andoryu in the early game, and you want to go for a lot more utility with Dominance Ice. So now everyone that hits you will be debuff, plus that Chastise Cauldron as well. And most of the time, his impact was happening right before the teamfight begins, or he is the one that initiates the teamfight. The Throne of Blood out of nowhere with the flicker combo as well. The damage is, for Alice, is misleadingly pretty good in the early game. I mean, look at Cars. I mean, most of the damage is coming from Yazuki, but the initial combo or the initial Throne of Blood proc was a huge difference maker as well, and that 2 kills in side of the second tier tower was also huge as well. That gives a lot of map control for Alter Ego in the early game. And gotta say, that was not a very good showing from Apro, man, and also Uki at the same time. Granted that it's a hard combo to play on if you're not really utilizing the mid trio.
That's why the early Barca pick really just didn't hit it for me either. And the fact that he didn't get level 4 at that first turtle was also one of the main reasons why Alter Ego were able to snowball the way that they did.
It's hard for Guinevere. Like, you can see why a lot of teams are banning to Guinevere, right? The combo, the potential, you know? Guinevere is the potential moment of this meta. Because you're not playing just through the Guinevere, you're playing through the combos that the French is going to provide, the Arrow is going to provide, but you only have one window with official migration. Once you miss that, then you have to stack up the passive, and that's asking too much, especially if you're losing in gold for Apro. And for Alter Ego as well, they have an abundance of damage dealers, not just Arfi. In the early game, you have Yazuki, you have the copy Predator airstrike from Cyrus. So a lot more things to deal with, so you can't really focus on a single hero to be able to make it work for this Guinevere combo.
So at the end of the day, do you think Na'Vi overcooked with the drafts?
I can see the vision, but the mid prio is just way too much for Alter Ego.
Okay. Because in the end, it was a very quick game compared to game number 1. 12 minutes and only 23 seconds. And that final bout, especially when they were looking for the end siege, when Alter Ego were in the bottom side of the map, it was very lucky, or it was calculated. I wouldn't say lucky, yeah. It was very calculated that as soon as Arfi was going inside of the base, he hit his Divine Glaive. So that damage was enough, even in the moment where Alter Ego lost a few members already. So it was still enough firepower at the end to end it against Na'Vi.
Man, I'm not sure if I'm convinced by my theory by now. Alter Ego seems to bait the opponent by quote-unquote wasting resources.
Yeah.
In a way. We see a lot of early RWM from both Cyrus and Hijime earlier in the season, and we wonder why that is, you know? But at that time, they were up in gold. So maybe they calculated that the RWM was not really necessary to win the teamfight. In the exchange earlier, there was a super early Raging Sandstorm to
Raging Sandford.
Raging Sandford
Yeah.
to a single Arlen.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Didn't really do a lot of damage, and
was
he
like,
also
"Yep."
used the conceal as well.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, like, what the hell was he trying to do?
He was setting up for Nino, right?
Yeah, so
Nino to go
maybe-
to the flank.
I guess that's the idea. They want to lull Navi's composition or Navi players to sleep because, oh, the resources are away. We can fight. And on top of it all, they were fighting under the inhibitor turret. They should not have won that.
Yeah. And Nino didn't even get the set, right?
Yeah.
He missed.
Missed players, but yeah, I think again, just the in-game reactions, responses after that miss. Alter Ego was like, we don't care you miss, we will still go in because we have enough firepower. And yeah, the glaive hits you mentioned for RP in time. The inhibitor eventually falls, so that really opens things up for Alter Ego. It's crazy, it's crazy.
Just the impact of the Marcel as well is just so crazy.
Uh-huh.
What? We're seeing like a completely flipped game from game 1 to game 2.
But I
especially
feel
in the early game.
But I feel like Harith in third game will be picked first phase, I feel now.
So I feel like Harith was like one of the deal breakers for Na'Vi.
Draft-wise, I think after that Harith pick, I think Coach Why Not wasn't able to fully gather the drafts. I think hence the change, the Fred.
Man, I don't know. I feel like I still see the vision because Harith is a mid-game hero, right? You need your not corrosive, whatchamacallit?
But with the Starlium Scythe,
Starlium Scythe, and also
reward,
the Feather of Heaven. Once you get that, you can dash around quite
just
easily.
items.
Yeah, that's why I said mid-game hero. So in the first two objectives, you're not gonna be there. So I still see the vision of them actually abusing this Cars, Fredrin, and also Guinevere combo, but it just didn't work because Alter Ego, not only Azuki was in trouble, Nino was the one that's making the most trouble out of them.
Yeah,
Especially in that mid, that first play in mid.
that's true. I think Nino really sets the tempo for Alter Ego in that game.
That's why now Navi have to think about a lot of things, right? Like how do they deny these heroes away from Nino? Which I don't think Alter Ego will repeat the same mistake again.
Yep.
Definitely Alter Ego won't allow the Marcel
No.
to slide unless they want to take it for
Who
themselves.
will take the blue side now?
I have no idea. I have no idea. We'll let the players think about it. We'll let the coaches think about it as we throw it over to our site reporter, Alyssa, for something special for you guys.
Sama Alisa dan tentunya melaporkan langsung dari MPL Arena. Hari ini kita melihat match yang begitu menantang antara Navi dan juga Alter Ego. Di mana kedua tim ini tidak membiarkan poinnya hilang begitu saja. Dan masih dalam suasana MPL Indonesia, We Own This Business Indonesia, kita berkolaborasi dengan Telx dan juga Ekraf dari Indonesia. Jadi Alisa kayak pengen tanya-tanya langsung nih, apakah para superfans sudah cukup mengenal karakter IP lokal kita yang begitu lucu menghiasi dari tadi caster-caster juga sudah pada mengenalkan kepada kita semua ya. So langsung saja di sini sudah bergabung bersama Alisa dan Navi Nation dan juga Alter Champs. Halo.
Halo.
Apa kabar hari ini?
Baik, alhamdulillah baik.
Alhamdulillah baik ya. Hari ini aku lagi jadi kanjeng, nanti jadi bisa panggil kanjeng Alisa ya begitu. Kenalkan diri dulu dong, namanya siapa nih, silahkan.
Nama aku Ojan.
Ojan dan juga
Nama aku Mikael.
ada Miguel dan juga Ojan. Alright, kalian akan mewakili Navi Nation dan juga Alter Champs. Kalian bisa main ini gak sih ABC 5 dasar?
Oh jago.
Jago?
Jago.
Jago Ojan?
Jago.
Oke, kita akan coba ABC 5 dasar dengan menyebutkan nama-nama pemain di MPL Indonesia season 17.
Oke.
Ready?
Ready
Sudah
banget
siap?
nih, Ma, ready
Oke,
banget.
kalau gitu langsung saja ABC 5 dasar. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, H.
Jume.
Gila, cepet banget. Mohon maaf ya Ojan.
Satu.
Mohon maaf, satu.
Jume love you.
Udah satu aja
Udah
sih
ya.
sebenarnya.
Benar.
Kita say bye-bye dulu buat Ojan. Bye-bye Ojan.
Dadah.
Dadah. Terlalu mudah ya?
Terlalu gampang.
mudah untuk ditaklukkan. Oke, kalau begitu Alisa pengen ngetes nih. Kamu kira-kira
Iya.
udah kenal belum karakter-karakter dari IP?
Kenal banget.
Udah?
Udah kenal banget.
Bisa sebutin nggak tuh
Bisa.
3 diantaranya?
Yang pertama itu ada Sole,
Mhm.
ada Kuga, sama ada Miyu.
Gila, hafal banget.
Hafal banget emang.
3-nya lagi hafal.
Enggak, itu doang sih 3.
Itu 3 favorit kamu ya, Miguel
top,
ya.
Top 3, top 3. Iya.
Kalau boleh tahu karakter dari Soleh sendiri tuh karakter apa sih? Karakter Miyu deh kalau gitu, karakter Miyu tuh karakter apa?
Karakter apa ya?
Ayo Miyu.
Karakter apa ya? Aduh.
Soleh aja deh yang gampang, Soleh yang kuning-kuning. Anak
Ah,
apa tuh?
Aduh, enggak tahu.
Anak
Ayam, anak ayam. Ya.
Ini kalau friend ya, kalau friend
Ah.
anak ayam. Oke, kalau gitu boleh nggak sih sebutin satu quote dari Miyu aja deh Miyu.
Boleh. Coachnya itu tidur cukup,
Mm-mm.
cukup buat mimpi,
Mm-mm.
kurang buat hidup.
Kalau kamu sendiri kurang nggak tidurnya?
Banyak sih.
Oh banyak tidurnya.
Ini makanya agak berisik.
Itu bukan banyak makannya ya kalau begitu?
Ya itu juga
Itu
banyak
juga.
makan, banyak tidur, semuanya banyak.
Berarti kita harus bikin karakter yang banyak makan, banyak tidurnya juga ya?
Iya, boleh.
Miguel the Cloud. Oke, kalau begitu Miguel langsung aja Alisa kasih hadiahnya.
Ya,
Nanti
makasih.
kita kenalan lebih jauh ya sama karakter-karakter
Boleh,
dari Telx
boleh,
dan
boleh.
Ekraf. Tapi menurut kamu gimana nih kolaborasi dari Telx dan Ekraf minggu ini bersama MPL?
Keren banget, pokoknya gacor dah.
Gacor
Lebih
banget.
banyak karakternya lagi boleh.
Lebih banyak. Nanti kamu bakal beli skin-skinnya juga nggak?
Boleh.
Bakal ya?
Bakal.
Harus ya?
Harus.
Nanti next kita ketemu, aku harus lihat akun kamu udah beli skin-skinnya ya?
Iya. Banyak skinnya juga kok.
Banyak skinnya. Alright, thank you so much Miguel.
thank you juga, Kak.
Aku mau minta dong prediksinya habis ini Alter Ego gimana nih?
Jelas-jelas Alter Ego. Alter Ego
Kenapa?
menang ini 2-1.
Kenapa harus kayak gitu?
Game pertama cuma pemanasan.
Oh pemanasan.
Pemanasan.
Pemanasan. Gak apa-apa,
Biasa.
kasih dulu ke lawan ya.
Gak seru kalau langsung 2-0 Kak.
Oh gak seru. Jadi
Harus
itu
2-1.
poinnya. Harus 2-1 ya.
Biar rame, biar gak rugi yang beli tiket.
Benar, biar panjang matchnya
Harus
ya.
3 game.
Kalau
harus
gitu
3
kasih
game.
semangatnya dulu dong buat Alter Ego.
Alter Ego, masa iya kalah lagi? Harus menang ya. Jangan ngecewain Alter Champs yang udah nonton. sama yang udah datang. Thank you.
Thank you so much Miguel, thank you so
Let's
much
go.
buat semangatnya selalu dan juga tentunya pastinya untuk para super fans dari seluruh Indonesia. Jangan lupa main ke MPL Arena karena tentunya kita lagi ada kolaborasi bersama Telex dan juga Ekraf. Jadi kita akan nantikan keseruan lainnya. So caster silakan take it over.
Thank you so much, Alyssa, for that quick report with Mikel, the Alter champ. His prediction earlier was 2-1 for Alter Ego. He said the first game was just a warm-up, so we'll see, we'll see. Game number 2, Alter Ego looked really in form, in shape. It feels like they got their win cons. The drafting was also pretty good. So it might actually go in that direction. What was your caster prediction?
2-1 Navi.
2-1 Navi.
Yes.
Okay, yours?
Same.
All right.
What about you?
2-1 Alter Ego.
Wow. Okay, so at least in this desk, on the English desk, we're all in agreement that, yeah, 3 games.
3 games, definitely. It's very close between the two. Because even pre-match, we were discussing about the form of both these teams. Both of them still looking for, their final form. For Navi, more to in-game.
Their Onyx form, not their final.
That's so gross. That's so gross. That is...
Check up on your families and friends except Onyx fans.
Wow. And you know what? Check on them as well and make sure that they've already downloaded the GoPay app.
Hey.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, with this new GoPay app, it is our go-to wallet for gamers. And, of course, you guys stand a chance to win 17 GoPay Gold Rings by Fairy,
Yes.
20 Todak Throne gaming chairs, 20 smartphones, and, of course, many more prizes that you can win every day on the GoPay app.
Whoa.
And I'm pretty sure you guys already know what to do. All you need to do is simply vote for your favorite MPL team before each match. And of course, other than that, you guys can create a party with your friends, you guys can play snakes and ladders, and you can also complete solo missions or party missions to earn profits every day. And you can only do that on the GoPay app. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead, scan the QR code to play the games. Go on either the App Store or the Play Store and download GoPay. I have GoPay, but unfortunately my GoPay account got blocked, I think. So I
Why?
can't get the GoPay
Wow. Oh, okay.
GoPay
I thought,
prizes.
Why is it blocked?
I don't know.
like,
I think they found out I'm a talent or something.
oh, yeah, guys. I mean, again, just download, go for it. The buggy. Yeah, just go, okay.
I'm pretty
Okay?
sad.
And also, guys, we also would like to remind you that you can top up MLBB Diamonds there. GoPay.co.id/games. Check it out, free WDP. You scan the banner right below us, right there. And they might give you a free weekly diamond pass.
And you guys really need to do this, right? Because every time we get into a game that has a 10k gold difference,
10K.
you guys can buy diamonds for only 100 rupiah, which is basically like nothing,
Yeah.
essentially.
Back then, 100 rupiah can get you a candy. But
Yeah, now
no way.
Back in your old days, maybe.
Excuse
I don't
me.
think even at my time you could get it for 100 rupiah. I think
good,
like
no?
500.
Yeah.
In my time.
You were there when Indonesian Proclamation went.
I was actually. I'm very proud of that. I got to meet and greet with Sukarno
Wow.
as he was doing the proclamation.
Wow.
With Bro Hata.
Okay, Granny.
Bro, Hata.
Bro Hata, we're so close.
I don't know about that, man.
Okay, Granny.
I think that's a bit too far.
Why? He's super cool.
I guess.
There's something else that's super cool because we're calling out all the fans for you guys back at home, or maybe for those of you guys who are actually in the arena, that there is an exclusive collaboration between OnePlay and, of course, the MPL official virtual card, which is about to drop. So if you guys are collectors, you like the... I think right now we're in an era or a meta where everybody loves trading cards. So we have one of our own as well by OnePlay. So go ahead and collect your favorite player. Get the SSSS.
Can you play the cards like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah?
Kyrie, I choose you.
Yeah.
Toro, Monster Caro.
It's all up to our imagination.
Eterna, do you believe in the heart of the cards?
What?
The heart of the cards.
No. What do I say? Do I say
Just
yes
say
or no?
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
I do.
Great.
I do. Okay. But of of course, push your rank at some Mythic. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys can do that with the discounts that you can get through Click Indomart. So from your daily needs, you guys want some snacks or you want something to drink between games. And even to game vouchers, you can get everything you need directly from the Click Indomart app without going to the store. So this is something that I just found out.
Wow,
Right?
that's so convenient.
Exactly. I didn't know you could do it on an app.
Wow.
Thought you had to like
Let's-
walk to the
Let's
Indomart.
make more apps that not make us leave the house more.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Let's make more apps so that just we don't leave the house more.
So we don't hit our 10K steps a day.
No.
Absolutely.
More.
I agree.
And let's invent more apps so that we just don't leave our bedroom.
I agree.
Right? Not just the house.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
You like leaving your bedroom? I know.
Yeah, you do you.
I love my bedroom.
I mean, I kind of love my bedroom as well, but like, go touch some grass, man. Not just the in-game grass.
Grow some grass in your room.
Exactly. Hacks.
That could be the case.
I have grass in my room.
How?
My dog touches grass and
Right.
she brings the grass into my
Right.
room.
What's your dog's name?
Nali.
Nali?
Yeah.
That's a turbot.
What?
Is it
Well,
because,
I didn't give her the name.
Nali
Because I adopted her.
Nali Nala.
No, it's actually a coincidence.
Oh.
So I got her from an adoption center and her name was already Nali. So I decided not to change it.
What's the breed?
Mixed breed.
What's the mix?
I don't know.
You're the owner. What the heck?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's
How do you explain it?
yeah, it's a mix.
She's a mutt,
It's
right?
Is
Is that the English word?
Chicken
for it?
tamani X something, right?
Yeah.
I think when you go to adoption center, like
They don't know. They just say it's like a mixed breed.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
I mean,
call
I
her-
know what kind of breed I am.
What? Yeah. Well, you're pure solo, no?
No, I have some Arabic as well.
Oh yeah, I
By the
forgot.
way, you know
Arabic.
diversity is our motto here. In
Is that your
number
breed or
5.
your race though?
Same? I don't know.
I think
We
I
are-
think we use race.
Yeah, we are a
For
pretty
human.
diverse English casting test, by the way.
I mean,
He's Manado. You come from Manado.
diversity and unity, right?
You're not Indonesian, you're Australian.
I have absolutely no idea what I am, to be honest.
Sure.
You want to check that?
Huh?
You might want to check that.
Yeah, you can check though.
Oh, can we? Like the DNA check thing?
Yeah.
I think yeah, that'd be cool actually.
Can you ask the adoption center for that?
Well, I wasn't adopted from a center. My dog was, remember?
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's a difference. But I might go ahead and check the
Yeah.
adoption center
Then
and
you
ask
know for
what I
sure.
am,
Then you know for
right?
sure.
Okay. Okay. But guys, on a serious note, we're heading to game number 3.
This is very intense.
Alter Ego remain on blue side.
Oh.
So,
All 3 games, same sides, yeah?
yeah. Feels like they don't want to change just yet. I think they're comfortable. Navi are comfortable sticking to red
Another
side.
broken walls.
Back to back to back. Who would have guessed? Okay, we already see the bans actually. Fovius, Marcel, and Chip. So still the same bans from Alter Ego as we get into the drafting phase. For game number 3, presented to you by our official gaming phone, Infinix GT50 Pro.
Yep.
From Navi,
Oh
also the
man,
same.
I like that.
But Alter Ego, instead
I
of
like
the
that.
Valentina first pick, they go for the Leomord instead.
I think Alter Ego knows. I was gonna say that this might be a Valentina, but the adjustment from Coach Wynot will be the Leo mode first pick for Navi. Because what enables Alter Ego to play super aggressively in the early game was the Phantom Steeds from Yazuki. That's been the idea ever since M7. You know? But now, Alter Ego adjusted. They wanna play still with the same idea, with the Leo mode as well. Now it's just how to complement that idea with heroes like Khalid, like like those kind of heroes again in the mid lane. But we'll see though. Harith, that's an early Harith, by the way.
That's what we talked about earlier. I think the Harith will be prioritized. Because if Navi doesn't pick up the Harith, Alter Ego will get the Harith, and that's just like a redraft from side of Alter Ego for game 2. And they wrecked Navi with that sort of composition. So Navi here, I think this is, again, just an adaptation here from game 2. Alter Ego, what did they go for here? Khalid again, definitely for Alec.
But what's gonna be the mid lane?
And then EXP, I feel like. But yeah, you're right. Cyrus maybe will be prioritized here for the first phase.
Huh.
What mid laner do you go for though?
I guess you can also pick the XP lane first, knowing the fact.
Oh my god.
That's.
Really?
I mean,
This early?
You
Yeah,
could pick up Odette second phase.
that's the thing, man. Like I don't understand why they want to go for this super early in the drafting phase. But I guess it's also a way to punish the Harith at the same time because Harith will be there in the vicinity when you pop the Swan Song.
And also the Suyo. So even seeing the Odette, Navi still want to go for the Suyo.
That's a risk.
The only time that Odette worked was when they picked it up against a dive composition. So technically Navi's second phase, can they work around it? I mean, they already have their cores in, and all their cores are actually quote-unquote dive.
Interesting approach here from Zephyr. But yeah, second phase here, Stefan. Focus. What do you see?
I see stuff that I like. The Sora ban coming in from Alter Ego. They want to get the picks that can elevate Navi's early game potential. I feel like. Because at this point, Navi, for me, alright, if you don't get the picks in the XP lane that can elevate that, might as well go for a full-on defensive composition, late game comp, something that has a lot of appeal. For example, back then, I believe why not pulled off the Belleric. And against this kind of composition, I think it's decent.
Bro, that's so gross if they do something like that because the combination is actually pretty difficult, no?
It is difficult. Especially, you don't really get the mid-prio, but the fact that they use the Odette, which is not really the strongest mid-prio hero, it does deal a lot of damage if you know how to stack it properly, especially with the Hilda as well. But I guess you can weather the storm in the early game, and Belleric does have a lot of uses in the objective fight, but we'll see though. I think that's a low possibility. Terizla is also one of those heroes that can elevate the early game for Navi, and I like that ban from Sever.
Great bans, right? Two heroes that definitely can be pulled off by cars. You know, the playmaking heroes. So what other playmaking heroes here are available for cars?
I'm thinking about Afro, yeah.
And Afro as well.
I mean, Afro in the past, he's used the Kufra. They go for the Arlet. I think Cho could be an option. Does the Arlet cancel the Swan Song?
I'm not really sure the interaction, but I guess the idea is not even about canceling it. It's just like how to get the Odette away before the team fight begins. We'll see if that's gonna be the case. If the final slash can actually cancel that.
Okay, well, we'll see the next two picks from Alter Ego first. We're waiting on a gold laner and an EXP laner for Nino. So Lapu Lapu is on the board. I'm thinking, what do they use?
I like the Lapu Lapu.
Do they go Claude here?
I think it doesn't really matter much what the pick here for RP.
Whoa.
But it's gotta be the Granger. They want to play super safely in the gold lane. They want to get someone that can clear the lane, doesn't really get ganked a lot, and be safe most of the time. Can be a weak gold side. But the Yujong just also elevates the early game potential from Alter Ego. They want to go the same way they always go in their approach. But for Navi right now, it is gonna be the Kalea.
I don't know. Alter Ego's draft is so early game to me.
It is, but it's in line on what they're trying to do. And the Leo Mort is the one that unlocks it all.
Okay, we'll see if it works. What do you think about the Kalea last pick for Navi?
I thought about it actually. I think it's a better option, or like it's a more safe option than the Belleric, because it also secures you that healing in the early game, right? Now you don't really get punished a lot in the mid lane despite the Hilda just roaming around, and Alec is known as a menace of a Hilda player.
So now all Navi need to do is try to unlock that late game. They have the tools for it. They have the Valentina. They have the Suyo. They have the Kalea. And here it is. All the heroes have been locked by both coaches for Alter Ego and Navi. But who will be the final team to take it all everything on the line. The three-face mask versus the team born to win. Let's head over to the final game of this best of 3 series.
Oh man, I just also realized that the Arlot is on a losing side here. It's a
Yeah, exactly. It's a Yuzong versus an Arlet. That's why Zephyr picked it up in the first place.
And Lapu Lapu was not really a good matchup against the Arlot. Now, not only it secures, maybe have to wait a little 1v1 Arf.
Whoa! Arfi!
Wow.
That's an early solo kill. Shive miscalculates the damage. And that's just gonna be an advantage for the three-face mask here.
Man, if you have a Granger on the other side of the map, the last thing you want is for the Granger to snowball. Luckily, there's no Sky Piercer yet, so it doesn't include as a stack, but in the mid lane, there is some damage being brought onto the side of Alter Ego, and it looks like Na'Vi will be the ones to be able to rotate around first.
Man, you hate to see it as a Na'Vi nation because add that to a lot of resume of the lowlights that Shive has been making this season. That boosts Arfi's potential by a lot. Not only that, Shive will be late to the party. Shive will be late to his item power spike because he missed out on, I believe, 2 minion and 1 gold card as well. Emblem though by Bayou, so far nothing too crazy. The marksman emblem still for Yazuki, and look at this!
Oh my lord. The collapse is beautiful, the setup is beautiful. Alec, no time. I mean, Afro, no time to respond there. And that's just 2 kills already on the board here. We're not even 2 minutes in.
That's why I said the Belleric makes a bit more, not a bit more sense, makes sense just a little bit. Because at this point, oh my god.
Oh my god, they got a solo kill in the gold lane, they got a kill in the mid lane, and they got a kill in the top lane as well. Alter Ego all across the boards here, just doing crazy stuff.
Oh man, yeah, back to my point earlier because the early game seems like a lost cause for Na'Vi. They have the Leomord, they have the Hilda, they have Yuzhong, they have too much early game potential and damage. So at that point, do you want to just concede it and play for the late game? But no, they still want to go!
They still want to go, and it's 4 kills already, plus the turtle. And they will go for Shive now. Shive under the turret, Shaman Force. No waves to clear, that's a flicker. Oh my goodness. 2 kills already, 4 on him.
2,200 goldie for Alter Ego now. Audience prediction, 78% of you think it will be Alter Ego to take this as well. And right now it's looking really good. RP, instead of going Sky Piercer first, goes for the Hunter Strike. And even then, everything is going according to plan for Alter Ego. I mean, we talked about the drafts, we talked about how everything really banked on the early game. Yasuke getting things done, he has a kill under his belt. Even the Odette is working. Not the best of clears from the Odette, but the passive is actually working quite well. Really good at zoning away, poking Ukir, and allowing and facilitating that death, I believe, earlier on for Ukir.
This is just a full-on recipe to a nightmare of a game for Na'Vi. Not only they lose out on the gold lane and also EXP lane matchup at the same time, the mid cryo is handled by Alter Ego by a landslide, and this is Odette we're talking about. Usually you get kills in a clumped up team fight in a turtle battle, but no. So far the Odette has been literally everywhere, punishing Na'Vi all over the place. 2k gold lead already in 4 minutes. Not looking very good, and Yazuki is still as aggressive as ever. He's not gonna pump up the brakes just a little bit.
The positive note is to look at Andoryu's level, right? He's at level 7. I know you said that Leomord has a little bit of an advantage when it comes down to neutral objective takes, but the idea that Andoryu is still keeping up despite the gold gap means that there is still room for Na'Vi to look for a turnaround. It looks like they're setting up for it as well, right? They're prioritizing the rotations from the Arlet to get into the turtle pit. Afro goes for something, actually misses, actually he gets it.
Oh yeah, on towards you know that will be the burst damage coming on towards the Yuzhong and Alec. But take a look at the Swan Song. Now Ukir pops it as well. He will fall there, Cyrus, as the Alter Ego's compensation is just a turtle! But Arfi finds a kill. And Avi, they will look for something, but finally, something on the board for Na'Vi. 3 important kills, and they are eyeing on the mid lane. Oh, Alter Ego. Did they fumble the early lead?
That might be the case, but I gotta say, I don't blame Nino at all. That was as good as a play, as good of a micro mechanic that you can execute on the Yujong. First of all, you evade the initial knockup, and not only that, you are playing it super safe by popping the Black Dragon immediately. But Apro, if you were late just a tad of like 1 millisecond, that could have gone south for Na'Vi. So I gotta commend the braveness from Apro at the time.
Seems like even though Alter Ego got wrecked from that last team fight, but their pressure is still evident.
Yeah, he's also staying very active as well. If we're scrolling back to Afro, looked for another play, unfortunately unable to go for the execute
Oh my
just yet.
God.
Damage not quite there, but are you oh my godding the gold lead?
Yeah. It's been 6 minutes, my dude. You shouldn't have this kind of advantage.
Wait, so the entire gold lead is on RP?
On RP. And Afro now all alone, isolated, should be taken down here, no problem from the side of Alter Ego. But I mean, Jivik, yeah, that was a solo and he got taken down again. So that 2K, right? Definitely on RP's back.
He has a Sky Piercer now,
Uh-huh.
so he can work with that.
Oh, he definitely can work with that, and that gold lead is definitely making him almost invincible at this point. And some of the criticism that Alter Ego has been given is they're RP merchants. If RP does good, the whole team does good. But at this point, you gotta embrace the RP merchant, man. He is Alter Ego.
He is Steed popped by Yazuke. 2 members from the side of Navi deleted. And that's just Cyrus taking the kill. Yazuke claims the new, and they will respond with the mid-tier siege. Yazuke pops, no, Ukir pops the Steed. Alec, who is A-okay, and that's just the structure taken down, and Yazuke clears the crackdowns.
I personally think that they can't play like that, right? Alter Ego's AoE damage is brutal because of Cyrus. And the fact that you have RP from behind being able to be the shutdown, the killer, the executioner, or whatever you want to call it, as he also gets actually a stack for that Sky Piercer as well. Navi needs to find a way to go for pickoffs maybe before they go for full 5v5 team fights if they want the neutral objective.
I think that was the idea, Eterna. They want to go for a single Tsunami Slam on towards one, but at the same time, Alter Ego. That's why I said, man, this Leomord just enables Alter Ego so much. Yazuke is one with Leomord. He is the Leomord. Because the punish is immediate. The Phantom Steed using the Black Dragon form. Also, the way that Alter Ego gap close to the team fights are ridiculously fast.
So right now, Navi just don't have the damage to burst anyone fast enough.
They gotta play with the turn aggro, I think, and hoping for someone that's overextending. Ideally, Yazuke, you know, once you get a bit too overheated with the Phantom Steed, and that's an easy Tsunami Slam for Apro. And once you get that guy to the turn aggro, you can chain CC him with a lot of the stuff that Navi has, but obviously easier said than done. This is building up towards another fast Alter Ego game, already 6K gold lead, and I gotta say, man, we're not really ruling out another RP Savage at this point.
That's true. That's true. He already has one stack under his belt. Who's to say that he will get another? The difference is Alec not really a setter type of hero, right? Neither is Nino, so they are maybe looking for more counter engage compared to Navi, who wants to look for more opening to these team fights. So I don't know if Navi can play patient enough. I think Navi still have a chance though.
Chance, definitely, but I think Alter Ego, if they play it, you know, correctly, no overzealousness, no overextension, this should be their game to lose. There's no way they're fumbling this lead unless they're not checking the push, which Andoryu get away from Alec. Good housekeeping from Alec.
Free Lord.
Free Lord indeed. And with almost 10 minutes of game time here, Na'Vi, their space is definitely getting smaller and smaller here. Alter Ego, they're suffocating Na'Vi right now. And you can see the desperation of Harm and Doryu and stuff. And yeah, 3K gold lead is a lot.
Dog, he's probably like 2 minutes away from a BOD, and that's
a gap.
Malefic Core is a huge power spike for creator users, by the way. Like, once you get that, literally everything in the front line is available, and when you get this lead, and also combined with the potential PO that's gonna be secured for RP, Alter Ego can once again just brute force their way to inhibitor turrets. And there you go. Not even 2 minutes. It's been 30 seconds since I said that.
There's no defense as well from Na'Vi to even prevent that from going through, penetrating through.
You're right. There's no big body from Na'Vi. There's no Hylos. There's no Gatot Kacha. These two are just setters. Yes, there's some healing from Kalea, but mostly this is just initiators. And you don't want to get the initiators as low as possible before the team fight even begins. And at this point, like, a trade of RP kill towards a roamer is still, you know, maybe like, for example, Nino gets killed, but RP gets a kill towards Apro. You'd think that it's a winning trade for Na'Vi, but the Sky Piercer, you gotta account to that either.
That's why, that's the problem. Oh?
That's a concealment for an attempt. They will siege though, as the turret in the bottom side should be taken down. Na'Vi will clear the mid. They get the far lane here, but it's still just a 10k gold lead.
They're just zoning. They're just utilizing those resources to zone, because even if they don't want to commit under turret or for the siege, they know that they have the far lane anyway to play with. Na'Vi, they're going to be playing this Lord on the back foot even worse than they were before. So if 10k gold was not enough for Alter Ego, they're going to make it a little bit harder for Na'Vi to control that far lane. And essentially, they don't have a lineup that can really control the far lane either. They have, remember, Alter Ego have the Hilda. Someone that can rotate, roam very quickly around the map. So they're going to be able to take control of the far lane quite easily. Meanwhile, for Na'Vi, who do they have? Who do they send?
It has to be a combination of people, man. I don't think 2 is enough either for Na'Vi. At this point, they are trapped in an Iron Maiden, Na'Vi. A single move outside of the second tier turret, which they don't really have anymore, is gonna kill you. And I like the itemization from RP because he knows that he is gonna be the main target for Apro most of the time, and he's rocking a Purify. Push comes to shove, he still has that get out of jail free card with that Winter Crown, and no one's gonna be able to lock him down. 10k gold lead already, and Na'Vi will not be able to get even close. There's not a single brain cells that thinks that they should contest for that Lord. And that's the right call.
Can they clear? They have a Valentina, very close combat type of hero, not long range at all. I guess they have Shive, but even on Doryu as well, if they want to go for the clear, they have to get a little close and personal. Very, very, very close, and that actually facilitates Alter Ego to look for a set, especially for Cyrus.
Yeah, and look at the goal lead all over the place. Nino, Black Dragon form.
To seek information and to potentially siege members. Na'Vi defended their top lane. That's going to be Lord already jumping. Oh, that's an engage. The firepower is just too much. And Doryu, though, finds Alec. So with the 5v4 here, Alter Ego, they will shift their focus towards destroying the mid lane turret. Na'Vi defense finds a two-man final slash. That's Nino caught. Na'Vi, they can fight for another day.
Yeah, they live to fight for another day. The fact that Kars was able to look for that opening allowed Alter Ego to think, all right, 4v5, we might be able to do it with this lead. But 3v5, maybe it's a little too much. We don't want to overextend. We don't want to give the opening over to Na'Vi. It's actually allowing Na'Vi to get more resources under their belts. And we're heading soon, very, very soon, into the late game.
Yeah. And now, some free turrets for Na'Vi. Gold is actually shifting, shifting just a little bit for Alter or for Na'Vi at this point. Pressure used by Andoria. Look at the chase from Alec.
Yeah, they want to close the gap here. Na'Vi, though, still able to keep their distance. 70 seconds on the clock. Both teams are just slowing their own tempo before the next Lord hits. But Andoria, man, props, you know, still deathless this game.
Yeah, that's something that Na'Vi can definitely build upon, but I don't know if it's... I think it's a bit too late for that. The next Lord is about to come up, and even though the far lane switches from bottom lane to top lane, Alter Ego still has a lot of advantage in terms of map. As we're going to look at the items here from both sides, it looks like Cyrus is going for a bit more conservative build with the Winter Crown as well, because he knows that it's going to be up close and personal with the members of Na'Vi. And we saw it earlier, Eterna, the interaction between Final Slash and also the Swan Song. It definitely canceled it, but Alec, beautiful flank.
Now that's a stun. Ukir
Whoa,
bursts
whoa,
it down. That's getting Ukir off the board. Andori now repositioned as Izuke is eyeing on the jungler of Na'Vi. Is able to get out. For now, it's a 5v4 before the Lord spawns. So Alter Ego just always able to pull the trigger before the neutral objective spawns.
Yeah, perfectly timed. 22 seconds for Ukir to spawn back into the Land of Dawn. And I think at that point, it will be too late. Alter Ego should be able to blitz this Lord uncontested from Na'Vi. And even Alec is still in the area to give information over to Na'Vi, or Alter Ego rather.
Yeah, Apro at the time he was just standing still in the bush because I think he knows that it's unsalvageable, the kill towards Ukir, and he's just trying to damage control. Doesn't want to add another Skypiercer stack potentially for RP, which is not really that much currently. So Savage is still in the table for RV, but it's gonna be even harder from now on because he does not have that snowball in terms of kill.
Does he really want more? He's already the #1 player in MPL Indonesia all time that holds the most savages.
Yeah,
He
and
has
it's been
5
2
savages.
years.
Exactly. He's not a new player.
He is called the Executioner for a reason, Eterna. Skypiercer, like, I think...
He's a spa.
He's a spa?
Yeah,
Skypiercer abuser.
yeah.
Oh,
He's a spa.
I don't like that.
8,000 gold earlier, now back up to 9,000, almost hitting that 10,000 mark. We're talking about Skypiercer. It looks like Andoryu has some stacks of his own, but still very low, only 20.
Just a couple, right? Just a couple in the 10s. That's the Black Dragon for pops. That's a Petrify onto his cars. Will reposition. That's a Terrify under the turret. Alec taking a lot of heat. Has a Mortality Final Slash, but the base is threatened. That's going to be Sun Cars giving his life up. That's going to be the clear. That should be the clear for Na'Vi. The reposition from Afro was a little bit too late, as he will also be taken down. Alter Ego, they have another wave they can use to end this series. Let's see Na'Vi. The spawn of minions actually healthy. Azuki pops a steed. They're taking it slow here as Na'Vi keeping it tight. And Duri finds a kill, but that's a shutdown. And ladies and gentlemen, Shive finds a kill. One more minion. Just to delay. Alter Ego should be able to end in this wave. And Alter Ego has successfully found the formula to reverse sweep Na'Vi.
That was a reverse sweep. Imagine that. The 3 face masks after losing against TLID yesterday in a 2-1 fashion. They find their redemption, they refine their form, and they adapted very quick from game 1 to game number 2 to finally look for this reverse sweep. What a game from Alter Ego.
Yeah. Once the adjustment has been made, once they figured it out, Marcel is the one that's tipping the scales for Na'Vi. They just removed that from the equation. And Alter Ego with their prime form gameplay here, super aggressive right from the get-go in the early game with the Leo Mord, was able to capitalize the lack of aggressiveness, the lack of fighting power in the early game for Na'Vi. This is the M7 Alter Ego we're used to seeing.
Wow, I'm still in shock. So finally, Zephyr has opened his eyes to the fact that Nino needs a hero that can playmate, right? Game number 2, it was the Alice. Game number 3, it was the Yuzong. And it did them justice. It did him justice. You can see him opening up the map multiple times with the Black Dragon form, facilitating the kills over to the rest of the members for RP as well, and get those stacks down, facilitate Cyrus's damage too. This is the formula that we know and love, and hopefully they can look for more adjustments in the coming future, because of course, heading into leg number 2, the job is definitely not over. We have an interview very, very soon up on stage with Sabila.
Alter Ego with their victory.
Luar biasa sekali. Akhirnya kita melihat
Amazing,
juga
finally.
meta tabrak menabrak Nino.
We saw the super aggressive gameplay of Alter Ego.
Seru banget.
Nino,
Seru banget.
it's
Kalau
really
tabrak
fun.
seru. Kalau ditabrak enggak.
Enggak. Kalau ditabrak
If we're
enggak.
being aggressive, it's
Tapi
fine, but
tadi
if the enemy
aku
team is the aggressive
melihat
one, it's not really so fun.
di live streaming dari Kodelwin.
But in
Katanya,
Kodelwin's
Kodelwin,
live
ya,
stream, he said,
Nino, sang
Nino,
penggendong handal katanya. Gimana
Nino
menurut
is
kamu,
the
Nino?
Dibilang
great
gendong sih,
carrier of Alter
soalnya
Ego.
Kita main bareng-bareng juga kan bersama tim. Aku
Not
juga
really,
nggak
because we
bakal
play
kayak
as a
gitu kalau
team.
misalkan tim aku nggak support aku.
I wouldn't be able to play like this if my
Luar
team is not
biasa
supporting me.
sekali.
W,
Kodelwin,
Nino.
tolong didengar
So
ya.
inspirational.
Betul.
Jadi memang ada andil tim yang lain juga lah ya.
So it seems like the
Oke.
team also did their
Tapi
part.
kalau misalnya dari Nino sendiri.
But for
melihat
Nino,
di game
yourself,
yang pertama kalian cukup
From
sulit.
game number
Kenapa,
1,
Nino?
it was pretty hard for you guys. Why is that?
Mungkin gara-gara
Maybe
kurang
because
disiplinan dari kita aja sih.
the lack of
Di
discipline
satu
from us.
sisi ya Navi juga bermain.
At the same time, Navi played really good in game number 1.
Karena kurang disiplin itu ya.
So it looks like the lack of discipline was the cause. Is there anything else?
Ya Navi mainnya lebih bagus aja sih dibanding kita.
It's just Navi playing better than us.
Ya, ini tuh fun fact dari Alter Ego mungkin ya. Dia tuh selalu mengakui kesalahannya pada saat sesi interview.
Alter Ego
gitu ya.
always concede. Like
Tapi,
always
kalau misalnya kita ngelihat ini poinnya kan
concede with the fact that they made
benar-benar
mistakes
sama
in
loh. Di
interviews.
leg yang pertama juga 2-1 juga kan lawan Navi kan.
In leg number 1, you guys were winning 2-1 against Navi.
Akhirnya kita melihat adanya Odette lagi.
And we finally see another Odette.
Aku klarifikasi dulu ya, soalnya
oke,
dia
boleh.
kayak shadow pick gitu.
It's because Odette
Terus dia ketawa-tawa kan. Akhirnya
is
kita,
our
"Ya
shadow
udahlah,
pick."
Dia shadow pick mulu, kita pick aja Odette-nya.
Oh,
Setuju nggak lu, Lim?
it's just a shadow pick at
Setuju
first,
banget, no, kayak minta
but we
gitu.
just laughed together
nah,
at the
makanya
pick.
dikasih ya.
Eventually,
Soalnya di shadow pick mulu sama Navinya.
We pick it
jadi ya
anyway.
udahlah, kita pakai aja.
Oh jadi kalau misalnya
Because we
daripada
thought it
kode-kode
was pretty
langsung
fun.
aja kita
Langsung aja
kasih
pakai,
gitu ya.
betul.
Oke, langsung dibuat bergoyang lagi nih.
Bergoyang.
Bergoyang lagi. Tapi menang lagi juga pakai Odette. Kemarin menang.
but you guys won again with the Odette.
Iya, betul.
juga kan?
Menang juga, menang
Yes, we
juga.
won the
Oke.
earlier match
Tapi
with
kalau
Odette
misalnya
too.
dari Alek.
Oh, Alec.
Alek.
Alec.
Alek.
Alec.
Akhirnya kita melihat lagi
Finally we
gimana
saw
di match sebelumnya, di match
In
kemarin
the
berarti.
previous match,
Kamu memakai Hilda dan
Use
akhirnya
Hilda.
Hilda keluar lagi. Gimana?
and now you use Hilda today.
Mungkin emang bagus aja sih hero-nya.
I think it's a pretty good hero at the time.
Match aja satu sama lain ya.
It's a pretty good matchup.
Juga ke aku sendiri juga sih.
Tapi kalau misalnya dari Alex sendiri nih, kita balik lagi ke game yang pertama.
But
Gimana
let's
sih Lex?
take a look at game
Seberapa
number 1.
susah untuk dirimu di game
But
yang
it was pretty
pertama?
hard for you in
Buat
game number 1.
pertama mungkin
For G1, maybe
Gimana tuh?
belum panas aja sih. Jadi ya mungkin
We're,
belum lock in banget.
we're not hot just yet.
Salah gitu.
Oke.
So that's why
jadi
we lost the
langsung
game.
dibalas di game kedua, game 3, langsung ditabrak aja gitu ya.
Benar. Udah ditampar juga sama Bang Kenny.
Oh,
I got
itu.
slapped
Itu
in the locker room by Coach Kenny.
Tapi kalau misalnya
That's a joke, by the way, guys.
Ini
I don't
aku
think he
dengar
actually
dari
slapped him.
teman-teman di luar sana, teman-teman fans tuh pada bilang katanya di leg 1 tuh Alter Ego masih suka bereksperimen. Gimana sih menurut kalian?
Alter Ego seems to like to experiment.
Nino kali ya, ini
Oke,
As
oh iya.
people would
Nino
like to
udah
say.
ada yang ingin disampaikan soalnya.
Enggak,
What's your thought about
sebenarnya
that?
tuh Gimana ya? Ya walaupun
Actually,
kasarnya kita nyoba
maybe-
juga, ibaratnya kita juga punya kekuatannya sendiri gitu dari setiap player.
We
dari
kinda
kayak
try things a little bit,
pergantiannya
but
Yuke ke Rey, pergantian
deep in our hearts,
Jumaker,
we actually try our best.
Cyrus. Kita juga punya kekuatannya masing-masing, cuman ya
We just try to use
namanya
our own
liga
advantage,
mesti
our
ya,
own powers.
Dari pemikiran Bang Kenny ya kita coba-coba dulu aja. Cuman ya jangan terlalu coba-coba, ntar iya lagi.
We
ya.
experiment just a little bit,
Iya
but
lagi
not
ya.
too.
Iya.
Cuman yang pasti ya kita juga
Not
berjuang
too,
terus, walaupun ibaratnya
too
kita
big on the
pergantian
experiment
roster
part.
banyak banget ya kita juga bakal maksimalin di situ dulu.
Oke, baik. Jadi secara nggak langsung berarti setuju dong kalau dibilang di
So
leg
you guys
1
agree
agak
that in
sedikit
leg number
berbeda.
1, there is some kind of like
ya faktanya gitu sih penilaian orang-orang.
Try and
kan
choose,
Kita coba-coba kan.
experiment.
Cuman ya kita juga cobanya
But yeah,
kayak mainnya bagus, mainnya bener. Cuman
I
kan
think so.
katanya
We
banyak
try a lot of
problem
stuff
dari
a little.
tim kita, banyak problem dari.
but we actually
kita
play
lah,
pretty
kan
good
kita
with them
coping dari
too.
situ kan.
Oke, baik. Jadi coba-coba nggak apa-apa, yang penting hasilnya bagus gitu.
Iya, betul.
Oke, kalau di leg yang kedua kali ini, apakah mungkin masih ingin coba-coba? Mungkin
In leg
yang
number
lain
2,
boleh
will
jawab
there
dari
be
Yasuke
other experiments?
mungkin.
Yasuke, what's your
Cyrus
thoughts?
mau jawab?
Oh Cyrus, boleh.
Oh, Cyrus
boleh.
wants to
Coba,
answer.
Boleh. Masih pengen coba-coba lagi kah mungkin? di leg
Any
yang
experiments
kedua?
in leg number 2?
Tergantung keputusan Bang Kenny kalau
It's up to Mr. Kenny. But
terima aja kalau semalam kan
we'll just accept it.
tiba-tiba di chat aja disuruh main.
Oh,
Last night
tiba-tiba langsung
I got
main,
DM.
langsung main,
He told me to
dan
play.
langsung menang.
Mau nggak mau harus siap.
Like it or not, I have to be ready.
Alhamdulillah dikasihnya menang.
Alhamdulillah
Thank
dikasihnya
God,
menang.
I was
Oke,
given the
baik.
win.
Tapi kalau misalnya dari Cyrus sendiri, apa sih yang pengen
But for you,
disampaikan
Cyrus,
nih buat tim Navi?
Any kind of
Khususnya
message
untuk
for
di game yang
Navi,
pertama.
especially for game number 1.
Game yang pertama,
Game 1?
mereka jago sih. Game
They're really good.
Mereka jago game 1. Ada lagi?
Anything else?
Tadi
Earlier,
aku ke-trigger aja sih. Mereka
I got triggered.
shadow pick Odette. 3 game dia. Terus aku cengar-cengir kan, diliatin juga tuh sama mereka tadi. Terus aku senyumin balik.
Oke.
Terus
they were shadow picking Odette,
juga.
and we laughed together, glancing at the
Jadi itu
opposing
alasannya
desk,
gitu ya memang.
and that's why I picked the Odette.
Minta aku pick Odette kayaknya mereka.
Oke.
It looks like they wanna play.
Balik
They want me to
lagi
play
ya,
the
daripada
Odette.
Kode-kode mending langsung aja dikasih Odette-nya. Oke.
Okay.
Tapi kalau misalnya dari Cyrus sendiri semenjak nge-pick Odette belum pernah kalah berarti ya?
Ever since you picked the Odette, you never lost, right? 100%?
Ya, alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
Baru
thank
2
God.
game juga sih.
Tapi gak pernah kalah juga berarti kan kamu?
Iya.
Belum pernah kalah kan pas
Yep.
kamu main, kalau kamu masuk ke roster?
You haven't lost yet when you play for Alter Ego? Yes, thank God.
Tapi aku pengen nanya mungkin di sini.
But I wanna
sama
ask
Arfi.
Arfi.
Arfi kalau menurut kamu kira-kira
Arfi,
mendingan
for you.
Hijime atau Cyrus yang main?
Waduh.
is it better for Hijime or Cyrus?
Sama aja
That's
kah atau gimana?
that's playing.
Ada mending-mendingannya.
Oh, no.
Sama aja.
It's the
Sama-sama
same thing
bagus
basically.
Jago.
Jago. Perbedaan Hijime dan
Both of them are really good.
Cyrus.
What's the difference
Apa
between
di
the
dalam
two?
game ya?
Kalau si Cyrus suka
For Cyrus?
Odette, kalau si
He likes
Hijime
the Odette?
suka Jushin.
But Hijime
terima
likes the
kasih.
Jushin.
Terima kasih banyak.
Thank
Itu
you.
lebih ke
Thank you for the fact.
hidroponiknya mungkin ya. Ada yang lain mungkin
Anything else
Nggak
in
ada,
terms of the
sama aja.
difference?
sama aja.
Nah, it's
sama
the exact
aja.
same
Tapi
thing.
kalau dari komunikasi gimana sih?
But in terms of comms, is there any difference?
Tentang
Misalnya kalau misalnya sama Hijime, gimana komunikasinya? Ataupun sama Cyrus,
The
gimana
difference between the two,
komunikasinya?
Cyrus and Hijime.
Mungkin yang aku rasain kali ya dari sudut
Maybe
pandang
from my
SK
part,
Commitment yang mungkin Jume
from
itu
my perspective,
dia tipikal orang yang
as the explainer, Hijime
ya,
is
bisa dibilang agak
is a bit
buka
more
suara lah. Kalau Jume,
communicative.
kalau Halim nih tipikalnya
For
kadang
Cyrus, for
buka
Halim,
suara, kadang iya gitu misalkan. Kayak gitu.
the communication
Ibaratnya
sometimes
dua-duanya sama-sama bagus kok, punya
he wants to
playstyle
communicate,
sama-sama.
sometimes he just stays quiet.
Style masing-masing.
But
Oke,
they both have
luar
their own
biasa
style.
sekali hasilnya, tapi ya naik turun lah ya namanya.
But the
juga
result
liga ya,
is up
Nino
and
ya.
down.
Ya betul.
Tapi
But it's just
hari
how it
ini
is.
Nino kayaknya beda banget loh.
But Nino,
tuh
today
lebih,
you feel
apa
a bit
ya,
different.
Lebih berenergi.
You look like
lebih on
a bit more
fire.
energized
Kenapa
today,
sih,
a bit
Nino?
more on fire. What's the cause?
Malam dadanya sakit bener. Sakit aku.
Oh kamu sakit?
Ya, soalnya
Last night I was
dibilangin
sick.
sama Bang Kenny kan, kayak ya masa main mau gitu-gitu aja gitu. Kayak lumayan agak sakit ya. Dek.
Langsung menusuk ke hati
I was
gitu
told
ya.
Kayak
told
ibaratnya
by
ditampar
Mr.
tapi
Kenny,
bukan sama
are you gonna be
tangan.
sick every time we
Ibaratnya
play?
sama kata-kata mungkin itu
So,
bisa dibilang
it struck my
percaya
heart.
buat aku lebih kerja keras lagi aja sih.
That's why I worked a little bit
Baiklah,
harder
jadi
this game.
tamparannya langsung ke hati. Tapi Arfi, kita menanti nih.
But
Kamu
Arfi,
kan benar-benar langganan banget. Savage, kalau nggak mania.
you are the
langganan.
savage
Mana
merchant,
nih
the
ke
maniac
depannya?
merchant.
Apakah mungkin akan ada maniak-maniak ataupun savage
In the next
lainnya?
games, next matches, will there be other savage?
Rencananya
There are no
cuma
plans for
beberapa
savages just
buat
yet.
kedepannya, soalnya lagi ngejar playoff juga.
I just want to win because I want to chase the
Oke,
playoff
jadi
spot.
fokusnya ngejar playoff. Ditambah lagi biasanya kalau misalnya udah maniak tiba-tiba digagalin savage-nya gitu ya.
Especially when I got when you got the maniac.
Ada temenku, adalah dia
you got
ya.
KS'd
Gitu.
to
Oke,
delay
baiklah.
or
Last question mungkin.
deny
Di
the
next
savage,
match
right? Yes.
Kalian akan bertemu dengan tim
Next
dari
match?
Geek Fam. Ya,
You guys are gonna be up against Geek Fam.
Apa
Oh
yang
man.
disampaikan
Any message for
oleh
Geek Fam?
kamu untuk Geek Fam?
Paling kalau
maybe
untuk gua
for me,
good luck aja sih sama roster barunya.
just good luck
Jangan sampai nyesel.
with the new roster. Don't
Ya, katanya soalnya my kids-nya jago banget.
Oke,
Ya,
jadi
kaget.
don't. I don't know how to translate that.
Jadi
I blanked
dengan
out,
roster
but
baru jangan sampai shock.
Nino was translating for
Jangan sampai menyesali
Arfi.
keputusannya sih.
Oke, jangan sampai
because
menyesali
make it
keputusannya.
is
Karena
really good. Don't what you call it? Regret the decision of benching
Karena-
make it.
Ya karena aku juga dekat sama si Make It kan.
It's
Dan
because
aku
I'm
juga
also
tahu dia
close
jago.
with make it, and he's really good too.
Keputusan kemarin tuh jujur shock.
And that's
Jadi
why
bukan
the
karena
decision to
Ahmad
bench
Johnson
make
menang
it
di leg yang
yesterday
kedua.
was a shocker.
Insya Allah menang.
Insya Allah menang.
Hopefully
Oke,
we'll win.
Baiklah kalau begitu, sepertinya ini dia Alter Champs.
And
Mari
Alter
kita
Champs, give it
sambut.
up.
Ini dia Alter
For Alter Ego, as we're gonna throw it to the caster, especially the handsome Shepard.
Baiklah, tadi kita sudah menyaksikan match pertama untuk hari ini yang berjalan cukup sengit sekali pertandingan antara Alter Ego melawan tim Navi. Tapi sekarang kita akan lanjut dulu bagi-bagi hadiah karena kita akan masuk ke sesi dari GoPay Hadiah GG. Pastinya teman-teman semua udah pada tahu gimana caranya, tapi tenang aja, Sabila akan kasih tahu caranya lagi. Caranya adalah kalian langsung saja untuk nih ya buka aplikasi GoPay ataupun yang belum download, tapi kayaknya aku yakin semua udah pada download ya. Langsung aja dibuka untuk aplikasi GoPay-nya dan nantinya di sebelah sini itu akan ada QR code yang kalian bisa scan. Terus redeem hadiahnya. Begitu aja gampang banget ya. Jadi teman-teman semua langsung aja super fans standby untuk smartphone kalian masing-masing. Karena aku akan langsung saja nge-spill nih. Untuk QR code-nya dalam 3, 2, 1. Ini dia. Oke, let's go. Ayo. Ingat ya, yang udah dapat langsung ditunjukin ke kamera. Ya, langsung dikasih lihat ke yang lainnya. Udah ada yang dapat sebelah sini ternyata. Boleh dikasih tunjuk ke kamera, Kak. Wow, luar biasa sekali. Banyak banget, dari sebelah kiri ada, sebelah kanan ada, di belakang juga ada. Luar biasa sekali, banyak banget yang dapat di GoPay Hadiah GG kita kali ini. Tapi buat kalian semua yang ingin mendapatkan hadiah tambahan, tenang aja. Karena GoPay itu akan memberikan hadiah tambahan di mana? Nah, pada saat kalian melihat nih di match adanya muncul perfect turtle ataupun 10K gold difference, langsung aja buru-buru ke sosial media dari MPL Indonesia karena bakal ada hadiah spesial di sana. Jadi langsung buru-buru, sekali lagi ya, kalau kalian ngeliat perfect turtle ataupun difference 10K gold, langsung buru-buru ke sosial media dari MPL Indonesia. Tapi sebelum kita lanjut lagi nih ke match berikutnya yang pastinya lebih panas ataupun keseruan berikutnya yang ada di MPL Indonesia Season 17, ada yang ingin disampaikan oleh teman-teman caster. So langsung aja caster, silakan.
Thank you so much, Sabila, and once again, congratulations to Alter Ego for winning their second leg match against Navi. So they won their first leg,
2-1.
won their second leg
2-1.
as well. So, looking good, looking good. I think Alter Ego are now, oh no, they lost their last match. I was gonna say
Still
like back to back.
Oh. Well,
This will be them at 5 match point, right?
5-3, 5-4.
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah,
plus 1 net game win.
yeah, exactly. This is a crucial moment from earlier. I feel like the crucial moment like really started. I feel like it was like a morale thing in the gold
Morale.
lane. As soon as Shive was
Yeah.
taken down on that solo kill, and then the
Yeah.
top lane as well, Nino, and then the Ukir also gets taken down in the mid lane. It looked really, really difficult after that for Navi to look for a comeback. The momentum really did not favor them. And one of the reasons why the momentum didn't favor them was because of Nino. Captain Nino, presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. He deserves the player of the match. Game number 2 on the Alice, and on third game, his Yuzong.
Yeah, not really the loudest Yuzhong game. My pick was Yazuke for the player of the game and player of the match because he was the enabler for Alter Ego most of the part. But Nino did his job. This flank was ridiculous though. He was showing out of nowhere. Like I didn't expect the Black Dragon form to show up behind the second tier turret. But Nino, once again, this is actually a pretty good move from Nino. But Apple actually outplayed him. This is one of the few rare moments where Alter Ego was losing their touch. And Navi was able to capitalize. Cars getting left behind in the back. And I think at this part, Navi's a bit too overheated. You know, they want to, I don't think they want to contest for the turtle per se. Like if there is definitely an opportunity, they want to go for that. But most of the part, they just want to get someone as a consolation prize for the objective game. But they went a bit too forward. Cars with a beautiful punish here towards Dino. RP also with a Purify as well. That's why he rocked that one. And most of the part, Alter Ego was able to use this aggressiveness to their maximum potential. Yazuki just moving all over the place. They are not gun shy at all, but their ultimate use, man. Especially Nino and also Yazuki. Despite the Black Dragon Form window being, the cooldown is a bit too big, or pretty big for this guy. This is actually pretty good defense by Navi, but I feel like Napro was overextending just a little bit, and that's why Alter Ego was, you know what? Let's just go back and try to take the game immediately right now. I feel like if Napro didn't overextend at the time, they could have prolonged the game much more, especially with the fact that Shive is fully online. You can see the damage procced a lot, and he was a bigger difference maker at that time over Arfi. They should be able to somehow turn the games or delay the loss even further, or maybe win the game if opportunities are presented. And that's why Alter Ego was able to take that one at that point of time.
Also, huge props to Arfi, right? Because he already had the Sky Piercer stacks, he already had the BOD and the Malefic Roar. So he was like, okay, maybe I play a little bit more defensively when it comes down to itemization. It was the Winter Crown before, swapped to Immortality, but he sold the boots for the Rose Gold. So just in case that there was some damage maybe coming from Shive or Suyo, that there still would be some defense that he could fall back on in these team fights to allow and make sure that Alter Ego still get the job done when it comes down to the team fights and the sieges.
Was just overall a very steady game for Alter Ego, both the second and the third, I gotta say. So the recovery after the first game loss was incredible, and you can see it already from the damage dealt here for the third game. It's quite spread out, apart from RP and of course the mid laner, Cyrus. Props to the Odette, man.
Yeah.
It worked.
Really worked. And I feel like they missed out on a lot of like value of this Kalea, man. The Kalea feels like a pick where, you know
That
what?
was last pick too.
Yeah, it's a bit lackluster in a way. I get why they want to go for the Kalea. It's the most standard pick out of all of them. It gives them a bit of a mid-prio boost with the healing and also initial early game damage as well. You can tank up some Hilda damage, but at the end of the day, these heroes are not built to combo with Kalea, right? Maybe Suyo in the early game, when all these heroes does not have the early game items yet to weather the storm or like weather the Suyo damage, but you gotta wait for the Harith to be able to actually use the Tsunami Slam combo to the utmost potential, but they were a bit too late for that.
Yeah, and you mentioned, right, even the Harith needs a little bit more time to get to that power spike in order for the burst to come through. So
Especially after the early game death.
Exactly. So it got prolonged, it got delayed even worse, and yeah, there was no opening, there was no combo for the Kalea, and in hindsight, we thought that the Odette pick was early, but technically we already saw the 2 cores from Navi come out already. So that's why Zephyr was like, all right, okay, I think this might be a good call to go for the Odette because both of them were dive. But if you guys want to relax your brain just a little bit, you're tired of playing the ranks, you keep losing solo, and of course, fight players worldwide in global PvP. So if you want something a little bit more...
When you're on a lose streak. But also check out Acecraft, right?
Yep.
Klase na sama sih kayak energi.
A photograph is a memory, frozen in time.
Mobile Legends.
Woohoo! Looking good.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed. First blood.
Digitize the wall. Almost. Perfect update. Home to me is more like a golden cage to a bird. Slain an enemy. They should have expected that.
Enemy double kill. Shut down.
One more test run. Whichever path I take, I'm going in the direction of
An
freedom.
enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Take this!
Under attack. Ally has been slain.
They wore the disguises for so long that they forgot what they really are.
Under attack. Double kill. Ally has been executed.
Perfect update. We aspirants will take care of everything.
Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
We are different. As always. As it should be.
Our turret is under attack.
Get lost!
Our turret has been destroyed. Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Double
One more
kill.
test run.
Triple kill. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain. Slain an enemy.
The dawn will finally come.
Ally has been slain. Shut down.
As long as my mind is free. I can't hold it back anymore.
Ally has been slain. You have been slain. Ally has been slain.
update.
Launch attack. Ally has been slain.
No, I'm not anyone's puppet. I'm not.
Slain an enemy.
The dawn will finally come.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
That one.
You have been slain. Enemy rampage. Shut down.
Perfect update.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
They wore the disguises for so long that they forgot what they really are. Home to me is more like the golden cage to a bird. Take this! Freedom at hand. Take this! How about this? There.
An enemy has been slain. Launch attack. An ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
Perfect update. No, I'm not anyone's puppet. I'm not.
Killing spree. Our base is under attack. Enemy rampage. Our base is under attack. Defeat.
When I take...
Bagi penonton tuh kayak nyata, kayak mirip lah. Itu yang bikin gua nggak mau kalah sih. Semangat kebersamaannya overextend.
will you continue this really great streak for Onyx?
I just want to say for the production.
Because I had to, and his brilliant mind and his intelligence and his way of viewing and the way of how he
is much bigger. And so far, so good though, right? Only losing to BTR. A lot of 2-0 wins, you know, a convincing win as well. So far, so smooth for Onyx.
And they have the main five set in stone already. Meanwhile, if we're looking at Geek, already shakeups, especially one of their pivotal members was taken away. So let's take it to the ping test and see how the players are doing before their match.
Ambassador ya? Ya, seasonal ambassador. Gua senang banget sih bisa pilih jadi seasonal ambassador. Ya.
Keren. Berarti lu sekarang jadi rich guy dong. Hey.
Kayak gitu, boy. Gua pokoknya masih pengen main MPL terus biar bisa jadi juara terus sama kalian.
Menurut lu seasonal ambassador tuh apa, guys?
Sebenarnya buat jadi icon aja sih, boy, buat ML. Cuman gua tuh masih mau berkompetisi biar bisa diakui jangka terbaik juga nanti. Semoga bisa.
Ngerti. Wih, keren lu ya, jadi rich guy banget sekarang. Ya guys, semangat guys. Pokoknya bisa jadi jungler terbaik di dunia sama di Mars.
Amin. Di Mars. Jadi gimana, boy, hari ini lawan Baloy, boy? Siap lawan Card Baloy?
Wah, gua sih excited banget karena AC gua sangatlah optimal ya.
Ya sih, mirip sih AC-nya, boy. Banyak mati sama-sama.
Intinya gue semangat karena dia salah satu player yang veteran.
Veterannya.
Iya, yang udah lama juga.
Gua pernah setim juga kan sama Baloy.
Iya,
emang orangnya suka banyak gerakan aneh lah pokoknya.
Iya.
Alright. Apparently,
totally not scripted.
I think that was really organic.
That was, yeah.
It
was really cool.
You think it was? I don't.
I said so. Totally not scripted.
Yeah, I think that was natural. Like Kyrie sharing that he wants to be the best jungler, not just on Earth but in Mars.
Also, I don't think that's the way he said it. Not only the best jungler in the world, but in Mars, which is kind of weird.
So like in the caster.
What?
Like Mars is the caster? Like I don't think you can be inside a caster. Like that's weird.
I mean, you can if you want to.
I mean, they have Mars in the Onyx team as well. Mars top.
Also.
You're right.
Yeah.
So maybe they meant according to Mars?
Maybe.
I'm not sure what they
But
meant
hey,
by that.
congratulations to Kyrie to become the seasonal ambassador of MLDB, and also
Season 14.
Yeah, just no limit, right? Full power is definitely. I'm gonna say that a lot now.
But honestly, Just No Limit is one of the reasons why I started YouTube in the first place. To be honest, like before I became a caster, when I started playing Mobile Legends, he was like the go-to person that I would watch.
Right.
Like, cause he'd have like tutorials of each hero. I remember his tutorial to play the Kagura, which I still can't play, but that's not the point. But yeah, he's been like a really pivotal person and a really big impact towards the MLB community. And I think he was really the start of how the pro players started to transfer into, content creating.
Yeah.
So congratulations to both of them, Just No Limit and Kyrie. But Kyrie needs more than to be just the seasonal ambassador. He wants something more. So let's see with the main five. Still no shakeup so far. Number one on the standings, uncontested. More than 90% chance to even make it not only to the playoffs, but to the upper brackets. Let's welcome this team up on the stage.
Oh, interesting costumes. They look like farmers, Aterna. They look like farmers, Sheffin, because they're making MPL ID a Farmers League as they walk onto the stage. The same starting five, right? And let's welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it is Team Onyx.
Anything else other than a win, anything else other than being a champion is an underachievement. This is the standard that we're working on for Onyx. And in this season, they got their new gold standard in Kalra. ruling over ID for the longest time. Onyx is inevitable.
They are imminent, ladies and gentlemen. But can someone be able to challenge that threat? Challenge that domination? And will that second team be Geek with Marcel, Aboy, Beloyski, Kenziski, and the addition of Nazara in the place of Naked? Despite them coming from a 3-time lose streak, can Geek finally find their form up against the Sky Kings?
Hey, Marcel made it. Nazara, the rookie, made it. That's the gold laner that will face Kelra. Okay. Composed authority as they welcome and walk on towards the stage. This is Geek Fam!
A clear underdogs of this matchup, but it would be the most Geek Fam way to get back on track to win against Onyx. It is almost impossible, but nothing is impossible when you have Beloy in your team.
Absolutely, the mastermind behind everything, the triple B, the big brain Beloy, always finds a solution, always finds a loophole to anyone who stands in their way. I mean, they were crowned King Slayers for a reason, right? So, will the Sky Kings be the next king that they slay? Coming into leg number 2, we're welcoming both the coaches. It looks like Onyx are very farmer-esque today. Farming wins, maybe. I mean, they are calling MPL Indonesia Liga Tani Onyx, which means, what does that mean?
Farmers League.
Farmers League for Onyx.
Yeah.
Is that the direct translation? Farmers League for Onyx?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. So it makes sense.
There are wearing, what are these called, Shippin?
I don't know what's the...
I don't know the English
It's a finger
term.
patch, no? Maybe?
Yeah. So maybe they're not feeling well.
Suggesting that they aren't well, yeah.
And 2 of them as well. I thought it was only Marcel, but a boy as well. So maybe there is a bit of a, gaming house disease.
I think it's in the air. I mean, we're not well either. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, speak for yourself and Sheffin.
I was looking at Chef
Okay.
anyway. You weren't included in this conversation.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, you're a jerk, man.
But we asked you
course.
earlier, ladies and gentlemen, what does Geek need to do to win against Onyx? And 60% of you believe that they need to win the mid-trio matchup. And I'm concerned if that's the case. Because looking at, of course, the new jungler, Nazara, he's okay, he's good. But do they really have that mid-trio chemistry going on for them the way that Kyrie, Sans, and Keyboy does?
Yeah, I think at least, right, if you can really match up with the chemistry of Sans, Keyboy, and Kyrie, you gotta be able to win it in the draft. Pick the Jushin, pick the Clean, pick the heroes that win you the mid-trio. And that way, you at least have a good foundation to build on to match against Onyx. Otherwise, you're gonna be lost. But total assist rankings after week number 4, Moreno is still topping the chart. And I would argue that so far, Moreno has been a more pivotal member to the team compared to Sans. Do you second that, Gono?
I mean, pivotal,
Yes.
sure, I'll give you that, right? And it shows also in the assists, on the assists, 169. That's a lot, And Sun's not really far below, though. But if you look at a boy, actually, right, the number there, there's a gap indeed between the second and the third and below.
Yeah, pretty much. We saw that from the statistics earlier. And there's also a big difference, I think, between both of these mid laners. I'm not sure. It could be Geek just not showing all their cards yet, but for the most part, a boy has only picked up 5 heroes.
5.
Compared to Sans, who's picked up more than that. So, very interesting. But when we're talking about like the roamers now, Beloyski has flexed so many more heroes compared to Keyboy. Is that an advantage that he has over Onyx?
I guess it is an advantage, but it's about how you use it, right? Because against Onyx, everything is almost predictable from their side. Or at least if it's not predictable, they have to find a way, or they can find a way to pretty much prevent anything bad to happen to them. And Beloyski so far, no Hellcurt games, I believe, or at least one Hellcurt game. Most of the time, it's already been banned in the first phase from the opposing team, so he didn't really get a chance to make his signature heroes shine currently in MPL Season 17. And so far, on other heroes as well, he's not been the most calculative roamer, you know? We know the memes, 0-6 below is the power spike, but in this season, it feels like it's not there.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same impact, yeah?
Yeah.
Like it once did, like that gravity really isn't there, but I understand, right? There's a reason why maybe he has one of the most deaths in the league, because he has to shot call for the team as well.
Yep.
He's thinking about the drafts, he's thinking about the execution of the drafts, he's thinking about the keys to victory as well. So let's get some insight onto that, as these are the K2V by Infinix GT50 Pro. Let's start with Geek.
Yeah, win the gauntlet matchup, obviously, it's easier said than done. I don't think there's any way for you